Hello?
Hey,
Hello. Just making the coffee. It'll be ready in like 15 seconds.
alrighty.
Ye.
We are here, but we're not from the looks of it.
Yes. Kind of find it funny that's like a reverse from last week. Like everyone was muted and Mihog wasn't. And then he unmuted.
Yes,
By
I
the
Yeah.
did.
way, it was a reverse from last week. Yeah. Okay, roll 20.
Hail, travelers.
Oh. Hail.
Hello.
How are we all doing today?
I'm okay.
I
Glad to
slept.
be D&D. I did too.
Very
I'm
nice.
sore.
Hi, Thor. I'm
Yeah, I've got a vaccine and one in each arm yesterday, and I am just all over grumpy.
Well, let's hope we can change that grumpiness today with some
Yes.
D&D.
Also, vaccines are important.
Indeed. Today with the PSA.
Brought to you by vaccination.
the gang gets vaccinated. How do you vaccinate a warforged?
It's difficult.
no.
Greetings.
Actually, they kind of come
Really?
vaccinated. They come pre-vaccinated because they're immune to disease. So
Yeah, it's built in. Unfortunately, my flesh does not have such the advantage.
Give you patch notes and everything.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, welcome back
Thank
to
God I have a problem.
the Kingsguard. In our last session, the party had fought bravely against the Norsids and the mature Norsid. With the help of Kelton, the retired Black Reach Wall soldier. He helped you guys fight and has since left, and you guys are now still kind of picking yourselves up after you slew these creatures. You have leveled up. Some of you will have some new macros to enable. And I turn it over to you guys. Don't all speak at
Woo.
once.
Guessing my spirit animal thing doesn't have a macro because I'm looking.
It doesn't need to, no.
Okay.
I mean, I can make you one, but you're just rolling a d8 for health every time. So
I see.
Oh, Trish is gonna sit by this base of the bush now that we've rested, and that was real tough, Captain.
Indeed it was. I saw how many blades got flung at you. You did well dodging most of them.
I dodged.
You were on the ground. You employed a very, very smart tactic.
Yes. Guess so. It stopped firing once I got on the ground.
If I remember correctly, it did fire again while you were on the ground. It tried and succeeded, but you persevered.
Perseverance. I'll take that as a consolation.
I have never seen such a strat in my entire 1 year of life.
You've never seen crawling on the ground?
Against Norsids? No.
How often have you encountered horses?
Just this once.
I was about to say, did you get some additional training out here?
I have never encountered this, but I must say you surely introduced a new tactic that I will employ in my future battles.
I'm glad it could be a lesson.
And
How was it to
despite our trials, I'm sure that we helped those fleeing civilians. They will make it to town after all.
Another good day of hard work and fighting under the king.
As a reminder, Elif lost his arm.
Yeah, but
Luckily, it wasn't my weapon hand. That way I can still fight alongside you all.
are you right-handed versus left-handed? You're not ambidextrous?
Well, I mean, after all this training, I'm just used to my weapon being in that hand. It's all good. And besides, Loma is a really good tank. She can also heal us, and she's really good at fighting. I do not need my shield to make for sure you are all safe.
You're gonna make me cry. Hmm. I'm looking over the corpse of one of the Norses, trying to see if there are any accessible bones, and as far as I can tell, not so much, other than I guess a few of the needles that were fired off. Would I be able to pick up one of those?
Sure.
Cool.
If you would like to use one, they count as a javelin, have the same stats.
Okay.
Oh.
Can I ask how many there are? Can I do a quick search?
There are, let's say, retrievable. There's about 5
Okay. Would
scattered
anyone
around the
like
field.
some pointy sticks? I'm gonna start picking them up. Would anyone like some of these? I'm probably going to keep a couple.
I will stick to my bow and arrow, but thank you.
I will stick with my weapon as well.
You've earned them. They're yours.
Much appreciated.
You have been stabbed and grazed by them.
So have you. I remember we had quite a back and forth for a little while there.
Did. I do not enjoy this paralysis, I must say.
Speaking of, would they have the paralysis effect on them too, if we threw them as javelins?
No, because they have triggered.
Okay.
They
Understood.
have like a venom delivery system kind of thing.
Okay.
All right, shall we continue on our quest, or is there anything here that we might be able to make use of from these Norsids?
So why do you think I'm picking these up?
I've already picked up my arrows, right? Yes.
Yes. If you would like to make a nature check to see if there's anything of use that you can find on these creatures.
Yes, I will actually. You have a advantage. Okay.
That is not enough to you haven't seen enough of these creatures to really know like where the good parts are and where to really pick out the things that can be advantage to you.
These creatures are new to me, so once we are back, maybe we can speak to expert, and next time I come across them, maybe we will know what to remove from these corpses, from these babies. What is next, Captain Elef?
Well, I suggest that we make it further on our path. And also, shall we not contact the Iron Lords?
Had we already used our charge? I do not remember right now.
Not for the
It is,
day, no.
Once per day.
Once per day.
Used it then.
They
Probably.
don't at this point expect you anymore to like contact them every day because it has been about a month that you guys have been there doing stuff.
Okay, understood.
They don't want to know what we learned in school.
found a Norsen. It was real big and spiky, and the mom came, and it was huge.
Well then, I suggest we shall be on our way then.
Agreed. In which direction shall we head? Are we continuing northwest?
Down the path. And yes, at least if this were a map, I say we shall go northwest.
To the upper left corner.
All the nuts, the yellow nuts, brick path.
All right, and
All right.
you guys continue on your way for the next few hours. You make camp, and you don't particularly rest because you don't need to sleep, but you take the time to kind of reflect on yourselves and kind of center yourselves again. And the next day you travel continuously through the mountains. The party travels deeper and deeper, and as it comes to about late afternoon, somewhere around 2-3 o'clock, you come up in a break in the trees, and you see a valley in the forest below you. In this valley, you see a large castle and small sets of buildings surrounding it. Not quite a village, but homes for the people who work around it. From your vantage point up here, you can see that the center of the castle is definitely more filled with military-looking buildings, camps, tents. You believe you have found what you were looking for. And here we have Castle Framelist.
Bum, bum, bum. Before we get too far, I have been informed that one of us needs to grab a cup of coffee. Can we take a 5-second break?
That's okay.
Okay, go.
Wow, this is quite a valley of plenty. Oh, valley of plenty.
In the meantime, we will look at the map. It's very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Reminds me of something.
The map that we have.
Sorry about that, I'm back.
Hi, back. I'm Trish.
I swear to God.
Everyone takes psychic damage.
Yeah, I'm just gonna turn one of these spikes on myself. Thank you.
The cliff you guys are standing on breaks, falls, and you all die.
Conclusion.
All right. So the
Where
castle.
are we? I'm having a hard time finding.
You
it.
aren't on this map right now. So
Oh, okay.
you are surveying the castle now from up on high. You're maybe about 2 kilometers away from the castle. You can see that the castle is guarded and that there's people inside. You do see a large cage in the middle of the castle holding a creature of some kind.
Oh.
How you want to approach this is fully up to you. If you want to frontal assault this, go nuts. If you want to try different approaches, also valid. Remember, your goal is to either capture or kill the Sons of Honor, which are most likely going to be in the castle main building.
God.
So I'll let you guys talk about it. And
So our
Strategies.
characters are aware that this is for sure.
yes,
Okay,
this
they
is the
see,
place you're
like-
looking for. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Captain, I think we have arrived.
I think you are correct. Are we actually able to see everything that we're like how you were talking about the cage with the monster in it?
So you guys are above the
Quite high.
castle, and
Okay.
you guys can see pretty well. You might
Uh-huh.
not know the exact numbers of the people that are in there, but you can kind of see roughly what's going on in there.
Okay.
Their count is greater than ours, and that concerns me.
Yes, but they do have a captive, albeit a beast. Perhaps if we set it free, it will cause a distraction.
as long as we're not in the line, that is an idea, certainly.
Can I
How...
do something?
I mean, as far as I know, that ability is not telepathy, so you'd have to get down
No.
there.
Yes.
You sure would.
I did not attempt to click that. My apologies. I will speak with this animal from a mile away. And I roll
Hey!
for whatever this
Can
is.
you
How
hear
you
me?
doing down there?
Everybody's like, what the?
I mean, I like your thinking. Hmm.
Just spoke it out loud. I like to speak with the animal in the cage.
Hmm.
What is it feeling right now?
Hey, how you doing? Oh, whoops. Sorry, my bad. Meant to press
Trying
the
to aid
I.
it from a distance. How you doing? Are you hurt?
I mean, if you're not okay, I can help.
Hmm.
Can we, from our distance, can we? What would I roll to figure out what kind of animal is in that cage?
Hmm.
Um,
Would
this is
discern
gonna.
anything
There would be a
from it?
2-part roll. It would be
Okay.
perception. Actually, what's your
Okay.
passive perception?
Passive perception is 14.
Does anyone have higher than 16 as a passive?
Let me check. Perception.
I have 17.
All right,
Oh wow. Okay.
you are perceptive AF.
Holy.
So you can see this creature, so that's good enough. Like you have better eyesight than everyone else for some reason. And I would need you to roll either a history or nature check, whichever is better.
Okay, so history. Nope.
All right. You can describe the creature to someone, and they can roll it at a disadvantage.
Okay. Who has high intelligence then, or history proficiency?
I have my thinking cap on.
He does.
You know, that's good enough. So, I will turn to Trish, and I will start to describe the creature of something that I may have recalled in one of our books before, but I just can't put my finger on it.
All right, Trish, roll disadvantage.
Yes. Nature. Then disadvantage button.
That's okay. Just
Roll.
roll again.
Just rolled twice, yeah.
Oh,
Got bad news.
That is disadvantage.
No
I know.
idea, sir. That sounds cool. End of conversation.
Yeah. I mean, you guys can all try at disadvantage, because you're all listening to him.
Okay.
So
Just
just
to
roll twice.
verify, what is disadvantage?
Wow, I'm
You
equally
roll twice,
bad
take the lower
twice
number.
in a row.
Roll twice, take the lower. I see.
Yeah.
And it is nature? Okay.
Nature or
Nature or
history,
history.
whichever is easier.
I have a fantastic nature.
Maybe I'll try history. Nope.
Okay.
Darius rolls 7, so no. Yeah, so you guys have no fucking clue.
Are we sure we should let the beastie out if we don't know what it is?
That is a good point. However, they have larger numbers. Do you think we'd be able to sneak by all of them then? Avoid combat until we can find their leaders?
I know of us who might be able to do that, and I side-eye our rogue.
Mhm.
You guys
We'll
don't.
see.
Do you have a rogue?
No, but
Oh,
I do
yes.
have like
Our
I do
roguish
have,
sneaky
like,
character, sorry.
a
You've been acting very
7.
roguish. I apologize. I'm sorry.
We need to buff the
This is a
ranger.
rogue that's really good with the bone. Just
Ranger rogue. Anyway, good sneaky man. I look at good sneaky
Yeah. Sneaky man looks back and nods.
man. Okay, so I do see what you're saying, sir, and so do you think you would be able to... I want to consider the act of possibly opening this cage, but I don't want to screw absolutely everything up. With your ability to be quite stealthy, I feel like you would have a good chance of getting over to the cage. Do you think you could unlock it? Do you think you could pick it? Or do we need to do something else on the way there?
Oh, so sorry. Again, just looking in. Did not know why.
Just thinking about what I could say.
Yes.
The other route for this would be if one of us has a range spell, like maybe a magical hand, to open up the cage.
I get it. You want to see the Eldritch Blast blow it open. It's a little far away, but I can try.
For the crowd.
For the crowd.
Yes, most of my spells are for protecting my allies, so I do not seem to have much utility in this type of situation. Except for perhaps protecting you on the way in, but that would make you glow, and that might be a problem for the sneaking.
We'll say that I'll let everybody know that, I do have the speed, but unfortunately I do not have the ability to sneak. My only way to communicate, or even if possible, to
What's your stealth?
my stealth.
Because I remember giving
It
someone.
is. I guess it's like when you ask for that, is it like the bonus?
Whatever's in the bracket.
Oh, it's dexterity. So.
Oh,
would
sorry.
be
Well, like it
good.
would say what number you have. It's either a 0 through whatever.
It is a 3.
There you go. Okay, so you have a +3 to stealth.
I also remember giving a ring of stealth to someone. and
Someone
I
does have a
can't
ring of
remember who.
invisibility.
It's
Might be
possible
Trish.
that was
I don't remember
thought
who
I had-
has it.
I have the ring of +1 AC.
Oh, well, whoever wrote it down has it.
Like I have it unchecked on my inventory list, which that meant that I gave it to someone, but I can't remember who.
I vaguely remember us discussing it. I don't remember receiving it, but I have the ring of speed. I don't remember if I was given the ring.
Ring of speed could still be helpful here.
Yeah, I do have twice the distance I can cover.
Mm-hmm.
And if nobody has it, then it was most likely meant for me. I just don't recall us going. I think maybe we discussed it at the end of the session, and then the next
Potentially.
even. But
The ring of
we can't
invisibility would have
discuss that now.
required a
Attunement.
attunement.
Attunement. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So
Um,
I attuned to the ring speed, so that certainly was.
you do get 2 at level 5, so
Okay.
whoever had it would have had to attune over last night. As nobody remembers having it, they never did it. So
I'll just assume you don't do it. Yeah, that's fair. That's completely fair.
That is fair.
I remember I got the boots of evasion.
Okay.
That's the thing that I got from the loot there.
We are a forgetful bunch, and we don't have that ring.
We do in spirit, just not actively.
you're like feeling
We
around
just-
your pockets, and you're like, "Fuck! Forgot I had this shit."
Left it at home.
You also don't have to attack today. If you wanted to, you could just wait overnight, attune to it, and then do it tomorrow.
I suppose we could also observe their patterns as well to see maybe the best time to release such beasties.
That is a fantastic idea.
That's also fair.
Are we able to spend the time, and then is there any roll I can do? Maybe roll of, I don't know if it would be perception, or even, I don't know, it would be insight or investigation to notice any patterns or any weaknesses in their patrolling of the castle, any parts that we'd be able to
That would
find?
be a perception.
It would be perception.
Perception, and then I would let you know if it's high enough. Kind of what's going on in the castle over a day. But that's
can we
if you
do that?
guys actually want to do this.
Okay.
That's up to you guys.
What is okay? Yes. I will. I guess maybe we can recommend that. I
Are we
turn to
able to-
the team.
Are we able to help each other? And like, how many of us can make said roll if we're all observing? Like, if we go in like,
Whoever
say we're
wants,
doing it throughout the day, and we're like trying to, like, we take shifts or something.
sure. And then I would need you all to roll, and I would do an average.
Okay.
Okay.
Okie. Everybody good with that? Unless somebody has a
Yes.
particular high perception.
I do have
Uh,
+5, but
I want to say I have a higher perception as well.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get to the character sheet. I have 7.
oh wow, okay.
Mine is pretty low.
My perception.
Normally, if a bonk lands on me, I don't care where it's coming from.
Let's see.
I do
Alright,
think we
so-
all have at least average or above average perception. I think the collective roll would aid us better.
Okay.
Just one of us.
So to clarify, you guys are planning to observe over the day.
Yep.
And rest/attune overnight. And then see what's going on in the morning.
Yes, I would say
Yeah.
yes.
I agree.
Okay, then can you all give me a perception check?
Told you mine was shit. I'm so sorry.
Oh wow.
We rolled pretty high though.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I didn't. In general, yes,
It-
but I'm
but
giving the
it-
average
it-
down.
it balances it out,
64
though.
divided by 4.
I suggested helping, and I fucking skew the results.
16, an average of 16.
correct. It's an average of 16, which is high enough that you can get a general sense of the area. So you see the regular guards kind of patrolling throughout the day. They keep to the walls for the most part. In the village around it and some of the buildings inside, you do see a lot of like common folk going around their business. They're bringing in wood, bringing in water, preparing food, taking care of various day-to-day tasks. The least guarded side is this side.
Okay.
And as you see the like strange tents with the brutish looking red orcs in the middle, you see them, they keep mostly to themselves. There you do see the odd altercation if a civilian gets too close, but their leader seems to have them in check. And once it comes to nighttime, you see that the guards switch around so that the people on the wall will be going inside wherever they sleep, and the red orcs are the ones who man the wall at night.
Okay. Is there something that we could take advantage of, do you think, during the change?
Is
What
that
are
directed at
the-
me?
I'm directing it to my party.
Gotcha.
What is the race of the archers before the Red Orcs take over?
They are human.
Human.
I'm so sorry. What was the question that was just asked?
In terms of when do you think would be best to take advantage of this shift change?
I
Like,
see.
do we wait until the humans go to sleep and the red orcs come out? Do we do this as they're changing, or do we do this in the morning?
What I'm understanding is that they don't. I guess observing that whenever there's a footman or I guess a human that enters close to the orcs encampment, they don't seem to respond well. Might I recall during our fight with the Norsids that I believe it was Trish that had the ability to conjure. Was it a spirit or noise?
Oh, images and yeah,
Images.
minor image.
Mhm.
Could we conjure like a footman being aggressive to the orcs during a period, or is there a way we could cause some internal fighting and
We'll
we
need
can
to do
take
a
advantage of
party
it?
to do that.
Okay.
That could work.
Uh,
A little bit of other information is that you guys know red orcs are also from the Badlands.
Hmm.
So
So same
They're-
as
they
our
would know the
Norsids.
Norsids.
Yes.
They may be terrified of
Whole
Sinnoh.
bunch of things that are here should not be
Ah.
here.
Could
Like,
use that.
from what you guys know of red orcs, this is something you would have easily learned about as part of your education. Red orcs are like incredibly brutal race that live completely in the Badlands, and it's not fully unheard of for them to be seen in the rest of the land. There are like war parties that do cross over the mountains to bypass the wall, but it is a risky endeavor for them because they might die in the mountains. And that it's pretty much unheard of that a group of red orcs would be coexisting at all with humans.
Mm.
Okay. I am personally getting the sense that we should probably take advantage while the humans are out because they probably seem the easier targets.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even during the exchange in the morning when the humans are about to come out, so that way the orcs are out of the way, and then we could ambush them on their way out.
That is a good
Or
observation.
set something free. If we set that thing free when they're on their way out, maybe they'll be occupied with that, and we sneak in that side wall.
The question is still, how do we open that cage?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
I have a weird question. How tall is this tree?
None of the trees are taller than the walls.
I have an immovable rod and some rope.
All right.
Everything
Good.
comes
Glad.
full
But can you
circle.
explain the rest of the plan, though? I don't get it.
So what I'm thinking is this wall is the wall that's sort of least guarded. We can possibly get up on this wall, come around this way, deploy movable rods in the air, tie the rope to it, tie it to the cage, slide over, open it. Having that all happen while some kind of distraction is going on over here might be good, and then we'll have a bigger distraction.
Yeah.
I mean, we could also just tie the rope to the wall. I just like the immovable rod.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I
I
do
also
have
don't
an
mean to be a
athletics
pet.
of.
No,
Apologies. Continue.
no, you go on ahead.
I do have an athletics of 7, bonus of 7. So, is it a possibility that, like, how tall are these? Is it possible to climb that with
I will
ring speed or?
also bring up one thing that I had already told Robin is that Captain Elif no longer has a climb speed.
I
Oh.
see.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the other
Understandable.
thing. We're above, technically, right now, looking down.
Hmm.
Yep.
Is there a way to go down from here?
You're about a kilometer away
Onto-
from the castle.
Okay.
Okay. Kilometer away. Okay.
So even though we're deciding, we're not.
You have to toss me.
Mhm. Is the only discernible entrance the north door here?
As far as you can tell, yes.
Okay. Hmm.
Really, really dumb idea. that actually does involve needing to use the immovable rod, and somebody with really high athletics.
Well, that would be I.
Okay,
What is this
so
plan, Noma?
I have no. Please do not judge me on its practicality. I am purely spitballing.
Mm-hmm. As we have the
We
whole
are
day.
we are a certain distance away, and if you were to be launched forward by some velocity, and then you get over, like, depending on, like, once you feel yourself starting to fall, you can. I'm imagining you jumping with the immovable rod. You can click it and then be immobile in that spot. Swing yourself forward, unlock, click it again, and kind of work your way in.
Like jungle gym my way in the sky.
Essentially.
So I hate to
It
be
was
the
very cartoonish, and I am open to all criticism. I am merely explaining an image.
I do hate to be the voice of uncertainty, but if one of our plans do not work, what should we do as a contingency? Which side shall we fight them on? Because there are many numbers, and we will have to take care of them
Okay, so
promptly.
from our observation, it is nighttime where the red orcs assume the position of the walls, and the human footmen, guardsmen, are resting, which leaves the interior empty. The only plausible idea that I may have is to use the illusion of a Norsid on the possibly this side, the southwest of the wall, and to divert the attention of the orcs in that direction, and then we enter the north while there are no humans because it is nightfall. That would probably give us the best like a stealth and maybe the time we need to interact with this beast. I am spitballing.
I know it's not usually our style, but what about subterfuge? We have all the Narcid bones, and this place must be close to the Narcids, and
Yeah.
might have been the ones who commissioned the guy from last time to hunt the Narcids down. We could come saying we're come to claim a bounty for these Narcids we defeated in the forest.
Is there such a bounty?
Deception.
Otherwise, we're approaching for nothing.
Well, we
There's no
approached just to say, no, we were told there's a bounty, and then we show them our Narcid bones to show that we have, in fact, defeated Narcid. If we could get in close enough, then we could maybe subtly break out the creature, and then we can
Oh,
sneak our way in.
yes. Maybe a
In the
few of
trap?
us go up to talk, and then our ranger sneaks off to the side.
Yes. Something like
That's in the front door. Okay, at what point of the day, knowing who would be guarding and who would be in the center, what time would we do?
So,
What would you like to do?
before you guys try this, let's see if any of you remember what he actually told you yesterday in game time. Roll a. Let's go intelligence. Just straight intelligence throw.
thinking
Tell
kept
you something.
go.
My brain, no big. Oh, that's an intelligence save.
You have a +0, so it's the same. All right, Loma. Loma, you remember that the stranger from before told you that he saw, or the Norsids were seen passing his village by a huntsman, and he had been trailing them for the past few days.
I see.
Towards a
So-
village, or
So from his village, not this one.
direction-wise? Oh, okay. So away from here. So
Came
they
from-
were probably
he-
dispatched from here. Especially because we've got two different types of beasties. Like I feel weird calling red orcs beasties, but they're from the same region. So I think if we're coming back saying, like, we found some Norsets, they're probably the ones who let the Norsets out. I mean, that might not stop the argument, though. Like, I like the idea of the argument as distraction.
Yeah. It would make sense that if we did attempt to make noise as a Norsid, that they would not be surprised, and it would be more convincing that a Norsid would actually be around here.
Mm-hmm. Also, Trish, the nature of your illusions. Is it audio, visual, or do you have the ability to do both?
If I was to describe them, I would describe them as minor illusions.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Like it's more of a, if we did it behind a bunch of trees, that it might be more convincing.
And it
From
might
a distance where they already know they couldn't see it.
also to give you a whole
Okay.
paragraph on how they work. It would probably sound like this.
Right.
Rawr.
So, one or the other. Is this the only illusion ability that you have?
uh,
Image can't create sound, light, smell, or any other. I see.
so I did recently pick up a kind of new one, but it's not exactly the same. Let me just sort of explain that one as a paragraph.
Hypnotic pattern.
This might be good when the beastie comes out of the cage. Maybe to not unleash it on us. We put that up, we go away, we let it down, and it goes running at whatever it sees first.
Mm-hmm.
Could work. But the creature will be stunned for a moment as it sees weird hypnotic thing in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. Up to a minute. So if we just keep it there for a minute to keep its eyes off of us. Okay. Cool,
I
good to
see.
know.
The ones guarding the cage are still. I see.
Other things I have recently thought of changing the weather. So I could make it rain.
Ooh! You have darkness too.
Yes. I could put down a magical darkness. They might find that a bit more suspicious. And this other disadvantage is you all can't see it, only I can.
I am just trying to assess the tools that we have. I
True.
appreciate your candor. All right. Okay. I still think getting up on this wall would be great, because then we could get around here. We've got some relative weaklings on the way in comparison, and we could get behind the cage. Getting up there would be an issue, although if we approach from this side, we seem to have a little bit of a roof type situation here. So if there is a distraction at the front gate, a couple of us coming up talking about possibly trying to capture the Norseds, and it's like, oh, is anyone good at forgery by any chance?
Are we talking about creating fraudulent things or basically being a blacksmith?
Not forgery. I am talking about creating a fake bounty to confuse them. So we actually have something to show them. We have the horns, we have the bounty, where the fuck's our money? And then somebody comes in sneaking around the side. Preferably our sneaky person with athletics crawling up here. Maybe sneaking past these people. Maybe if somebody is accompanyingly sneaky, they can like off a few of these guys on the way in. Somebody gets down here and we bust open that lock with, say, Eldritch Blast or something.
Could work.
It could.
They have
So
all
that
these.
would mean probably Captain and I at the gate causing a ruckus.
Commotion, if you will.
Yes. And then you two doing the sneaky and the dispatching.
That could work. I definitely would not be sneaky. My adamant armor is way too heavy for that.
As that's, I would be much happier to approach the gate.
I would be able to do the sneaking.
Okay.
And
And then we also have Captain and I are probably a little bit more equipped to handle the red orcs at the gate as well, should things go south.
So, from what I am getting from this, our main goal right now is strictly just to, from a distance, but as sneakily as possible, is just to release the beast and then
Yes, because
take
then more
advantage of the
chaos,
ensuing
more
chaos.
death, we get past. Those of us who aren't sneaky, we have a way through. Those of you who are, you unleash this, you keep this guy occupied for a minute, possibly with that hypnotic ability, and you sneak in this way. Right?
Yeah.
Because hopefully all these guys will be collecting to try and take care of Beastie.
One more thing, just for our disposition. Are we worried about the civilian homes that seem to be here?
Nah. Nah.
I agree that that is an issue, and honestly, it does sort of... If we are thinking about what we are trying to accomplish with this, if there is a way to barricade them out of what's going on, if there is a way to keep... Okay. I think you have mentioned at some point during our watch that you were able to speak with animals, yes?
That is correct, I can.
Correct. Okay.
Multiple times.
Are you? Yes.
By the way,
I feel like it came up during conversation during our watch a few times. A
My range
paragraph
is
or
stealth,
two.
though.
hey, did you guys know I can speak with animals?
I am wondering if you... I know we had a hard time reading what said beastie is. I wonder if you could make an attempt to speak with it and ask it to avoid these.
I can. I can hold, ideally, a basic conversation like I did with the Norsets in the Re. I can speaker. You gain the ability to comprehend, verbally communicate. The knowledge of beasts is limited by their intelligence. Beasts give you by locations. You might be able to persuade a beast. Okay, at the DM's discretion. Okay, well,
So,
that is a
If you tell
possibility.
them that the red orcs taste better, maybe.
Red good.
Yes, it's like Skittles.
And beast is like red good. I will.
remember,
yes, absolutely.
maybe I should preface this for those who don't know. Speak with animals and asking for a favor and kind of that. It's more like meant for like a squirrel or a deer or something.
For information, right? Yes. Okay.
Actually, we don't know
Not
if this
a
is an animal.
bloodthirsty fucking murder machine.
Yeah,
from
that,
the
I
Bloodlands.
mean, yes, that is the risk, is that perhaps this is a beastie that doesn't want to talk and just wants to kill.
Well, like we couldn't talk to the Norsets, this also might be another one of those monstrosities instead.
Yes, in which case we wouldn't be able to reach them. And that is very likely, considering where we are.
But you can try.
That is true. We can always try.
DM, is this wood?
What are we looking at? What are we looking at?
This bottom left section where this red person is standing guard by this
Correct.
fire. This is all wood
It is.
next to the fire.
Okay.
I have another plan.
Knock shit over.
We'll literally knock shit over. Perhaps a blaze will get people to evacuate, and then we can sneak in and do things.
It also works.
Yeah, there's.
I'd like to
there's
roll
still,
to bottle flip the brazier.
there's still the problem of perhaps getting up here, though, which is, I think, maybe where the distraction would still come in handy. Well, like, people yelling up here, people setting fire to things.
I've got a mage hand,
over the wall here, coming around. Yeah, you would have to get up here and then navigate your way around is the issue to set things on fire, right? Same issue of getting over this. But I mean, less worry about Beastie, which I appreciate.
Because if we can't control the beastie, we're worried about civilians, then
Mm-hmm.
beastie could be.
Blazing fire we can't control would be great.
Well, that one, it seems easier to evacuate and go in the direction of away from fire. Beastie, I don't even know what it does, to be honest.
It's just okay. So the civilian houses are also wood, as far as I can tell.
We can go in and make sure everyone is safe.
These are civilians, just normal civilians, right? Not.
Yes, the people bringing in food and
Yes.
such. Yes.
There are
Is there
laborers, yes.
They are just laborers.
Well,
okay, now
just laborers is depends on how you expect just laborers to mean.
okay.
What do you mean with just laborers?
My idea is, we don't want to let the beast out and ravage, but it doesn't appear that, speak with beasts is what my thing is, not, or speak with animals, not beasts and monsters.
I'm not saying you can't.
Okay.
I'm saying
but the
that
difficulties
the creature, like, you will be able to communicate with it. I'm not saying you
but
won't.
to persuade, yeah.
What
Now,
you'll get
would
from
I
the
be-
creature might be very different from what you'll expect. Well, I'll just say that.
Ah. Now, would I be able to just simply go invisible and talk to the civilians and let them know we are the Kingsguard?
Ooh, during
And
the
just let them
distraction,
know,
possibly.
yes, and possibly
Yeah.
let them know to make an exit. I don't know.
I could talk
Spitballing
directly
No,
to
that's
their
again.
heads.
that is a good idea.
You
I
can,
like
if
that.
you like. If it would work, that's I'm not gonna take. But
And that's exactly it right now. Are
The
these
intruder over
civilians aware
here.
of who they're supporting? And if they are aware of who they're supporting, it's possible
that is
might just
beyond
be
the
like,
information
"By the
scope
way,
of
he's
information that
right
you
here."
have.
Exactly.
Have
that's
we
the
seen
issue.
any children?
Yeah.
No.
How many children? No. All right. Well, let the beast.
You think we just okay? So does that
Kill the
mean
baby,
we're
distract the
reverting?
mother.
Does that mean we're reverting back to Plan A?
I think
Yeah,
we
do
can
we
do both.
care?
Light the place on fire and release the beast.
So our MO is chaos, just all
Yes.
Okay,
together.
so oh man, this individual up here, is it possible I can, I don't know, just attempt to engage in conversation to just get information out?
I don't think you have to ask their hand in marriage to engage them in conversation.
Yeah, I think it would be worth a shot. I think
I would like to attempt to not be suspicious, because if they are with
Don't be
the
suspicious.
individuals
Don't
here,
be suspicious. So,
don't be-
do you know the muffin? No. Do you have?
Do you know the Muffin Man?
Do you have anything that you can disguise yourself with?
Narcid bones.
Do you have a dis-
No, but we might have a disguise kit. We might have spells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, because that's the other thing. We don't look like anybody here.
Yeah.
We look like
We are Warforged.
yes. Oh, and sir, we should also cover up your arm. Like if we drape something over it, maybe so they don't look inside.
I'm sure we'll be fine, but you may have a point if we were to talk to people.
Yes, I mean, considering you and I are probably going up to the gate first to make a ruckus about the bounty. Does anyone have a scarf?
I got commoner's clothing.
We could rip it into a scarf and drape it
Yeah.
over the side. Like, I don't mind if they see that your arm is missing. I would mind if they saw that what is contained within is not flesh.
So, what I will do at this time is I'll just fasten my cape onto my other shoulder so that it's just covering the hole.
Nice. Just switch arms. Perfect. Okay. So here the stages of our plan as I am envisioning it. Sir and I go up first. You two possibly if you sneak in. Okay, which one of you can turn an invisible?
It would be I.
So he can do that in the morning.
Okay. So once you gain that ability, and I'm assuming we could probably do this in the morning while the guards are human. but the red orcs are going to be amongst here, which is going to be a bit of a snag, but we'll see how things go. So Sir and I approach from the front. Maybe you approach invisible from behind. While we're arguing, you sneak in through this way, so we don't have to worry about getting up on the wall.
Okay.
Do we still want to let Beastie out?
I'm struggling. So that's the idea, right? Is I might need help with this. The
Okay.
only thing that is
What I'm worried about is how to get our mage in here, because Sir and I can distract and pummel a little bit. And you can sneak in.
So the idea is I do have a high athletics. I have the possibility I could climb, and I believe you just got you let us know you do have a rope. Could I throw down the rope and simply just assist Trish in climbing because he is able to?
Okay, maybe yes. If you sneak in behind us, come up the wall, come around, and then let down a rope. Yeah. Trish gets in. You two both sneak in, blast open the cage, set things on fire, cause chaos, and we work our way back here.
Sounds like a plan.
Now, what we're I think possibly forgetting is if we do let it out, do we want it to go on the civilians? And the only reason why we would want it to or not want it to is whether or not they're assisting this group who are against the king.
Yes. If we open the cage and it just sits there placidly, it would really kind of suck.
Yeah.
So I suppose that would be when your ability to attempt to speak with it might come in handy. And I don't know, you try and figure out something to say that might get it angry. Except hopefully not at you.
There's got to be a reason that it's caged. I could simply just be like, I'll let you out, and in exchange,
if you could just go
I'll
after
give
the
you
red
some
guys.
food, some delicious orc food.
Remember that will be verbal, right?
It will be verbal. Oh yeah, so that
It's
will
not in your mind.
I will be like, hey, the tree over yonder. No, I do have to be right beside it, so I will be right here.
Yeah,
and then
maybe
afterwards,
before you unlock the cage, exactly. You go over here and you say, like, I have a bargain to propose.
If we let you out,
do
you agree? If not, we will be. Maybe I won't threaten it. Maybe I'll just ask politely.
Yeah, we
I don't
can
want
see
it
where
to
that
eat
gets. We can't predict the behavior of this beast. So there is a lot of trust we are placing in your ability to converse with it right now. Are you comfortable with that?
Yes. Jerry's nods.
Okay, then I think we have a plan.
We have a plan.
Yes. So Sir and I go up. You approach behind invisible. You go up the stairs invisible as we are distracting them. And you let the rope down. I'll give you my rope.
Yes, thank you. I will take the rope. I will enter it.
Just remind me, how are we exactly distracting them again?
Letting out the beasties, setting things on fire. So basically, Trish, you're going to Eldritch Blast the lock probably. And probably throw out a couple fireballs if you're able to, or whatever the equivalent may be to your ability to do that.
Lightning
bolt. The fire.
But we got to get you in first, so you get the fun part after. But we have to make sure that the beastie conversation happens first.
No.
So, Sir, you and I are going to have to distract it for a little while. Okay, I'm going to remove the hempen rope from my list as I'm handing it over.
You, Noma.
No problem. Okay, so Sir and I go in. Okay. We didn't even get back to the forgery question. Are we just basing it off of something that we pretend we saw and just get people mad and yelling at us?
I think.
Unless anybody has some parchment on them.
I mean, if we, I got parchment.
I got traveler's clothes. I have traveler's clothes and a tinderbox. Sheesh, would you like to be a pyromaniac?
No, I'll leave that up to you. Don't you have a flaming arrows or something?
I
Okay.
don't. Do I? I do not. No. Wish.
Well, you
Okay,
could
so
tie the thing to your arrow and
Hmm,
let loose.
I
Okay.
could. I could.
Okay, so Sarah, you and I are going to go up without a bounty. We're just going to say there is a bounty. We're going to show them the spikes, and we're just going to try and be Karens about the whole thing.
Oh no, I said I have a
You
piece
have
of red
parch.
on
I mean,
ink pen.
we have to make
piece of
something kind of
parchment.
convincing. Okay. How would it be? What kind of a role would that be, DM, to sort of make a convincing looking document?
I think the document is kind of the least of your worries here.
Yeah.
Look, I just want something
You're-
to show them
You're
that looks
both
half
robots.
okay? I'll never have my question answered. Okay. It's fine.
That's why I was asking how you're distracting.
Still, like, I mean, we are distracting just by being what we are.
Then why do we even need to talk about a bounty?
What do you propose we say when we go up?
It's just
What is
going up is
our-
just gonna.
Sir, what is our reason for being here?
Okay.
Give me a reason.
It is a good thing we have all day.
I still
Oh,
think
we have
we'll
all
just
night.
be mistrusted no matter what because we're robots.
Look, that's okay. I'm not expecting them to welcome us in with open arms. I'm expecting them to be mad and get their attention on us while our other guy sneaks in.
It's visible. You can just walk.
So, what's our reason for being here other than just the king?
We're here to kill everybody. So we probably want to let out thing.
Like, I think we should just
Okay.
be posted, not actually converse with people, and just see how it plays out with the stealth.
Okay.
That is a
So
lot riding
we're-
on. Oh man.
Okay, so in that case, will we be waiting with Trish and he lets down the rope and we all come in? Because then we're putting it all on one person to get us in.
Yeah.
Well, like,
Now the
we're
only
assuming...
idea I have is if we get 3 people up on a wall, we can all use collective strength with the rope. Just simply carry Captain Aleph up as he simply holds with one hand. He doesn't need to climb. He just needs to hold on to it. Correct? Or no?
Yeah,
I
if
mean,
you're the
I
last
think-
to come up, we can pull you up.
Exactly.
Like we tie it around your waist or something.
Now,
Potentially. However, once again, like, we do have someone with invisibility going in.
yeah.
I'm sure that there will be other gates that are open in some way or form as long as they don't close the gates in an alarm. And I think we can just walk in if things were to go south. So
Is that
the only
something
thing...
we've observed? Gates opening at
When
You
the-
haven't actually seen the gates close.
Okay.
Oh.
You just
It's
see
always
the,
open.
you just see the guards
Just
standing
lots
out
of
front.
guards.
Open
Okay.
24/7.
Did you not discuss that they do exchange like the at night like the but
Yes.
Yeah, like
works.
there's some up on the wall, like posted like archers or lookouts.
what about
But-
these guys? These guys in the front. They would
They
exchange.
they do exchange as well.
So they would
Okay.
also have to go through the gates. with
So
the-
seeing as this side is the side that is unguarded the most, so we get you sneaking in invisible, coming up, going around, letting a rope down here
Yep.
to pull us up. And then we just go in and cause chaos.
As a team.
Yeah.
Okay. My only issue with that is we only have one point of entry, so we're putting a lot on you. Are you comfortable with that?
I am very comfortable with invisibility. You can't see me.
right there.
Okay. Then I think we have our plan.
Okay.
Then I think we have our plan, and I don't need to be a Karen.
Is this me right here?
Are we striking at the morning when the red guard's going down and human guard's going up?
Yeah, I do.
I believe so, because that would be the point when things are moving and people would be possibly
Tired.
expecting to hear shifting footsteps, such as yours. Because the invisibility won't protect against sound.
That is a fantastic observation. Yes, we will do it during the time. Just another walking fella.
Just sync your footsteps with whoever's walking nearby.
I am good at that. I am on beat. All right.
Okay, then
Shall
that's our plan.
We have discussed. Captain Left, do you agree?
I think
Are
that's
you
the most opportune time to strike, and as long as we are being scarce with the invisibility, I'm sure that it will be just fine, even if we do raise some suspicion.
Are you okay being lifted up by the rope by having it tied around you, sir?
Oh, we're still going with that part of the plan? My only concern there is what vantage point does it give us if we're up at top? Most of us are melee fighters.
Mhm.
Well,
get
it's
it
just
does-
a, it's just a way in at a relatively unguarded spot, sir. The two
Yep.
of us go here, we climb up here, we take out these guys, we go down the stairs.
Yeah.
Make
It
sense?
allows like me to talk with the beasts. The issue again, as DM said, is that the minute I do discuss with the beast, people will hear that. So what do we think about that? Because I will be talking to the beast, and
Yes.
it's most
The
likely that
moment
they will hear that.
the moment you start talking is the moment we run in and try to get the civilians out of there. Maybe we run over and we start talking at the huts to get people possibly moving. So we'll start the distraction. You're just going to be a bigger one.
The only thing that I am concerned about is we need to remember that this group is against their kingdom.
Yeah.
And if these civilians are with this specific group, they may not be the most reputable people.
True.
And despite whether or not the beast attacks them, I am not saying leave them to die. But I would say that it may be a fool's errand to say that we need to protect all people, considering that they may be against us as well.
Sir, I think you misconstrue my purpose. If we go in there and we pretend we're breaking them out, then the whispers of what's happening on the side with the beastie may be drowned out by us yelling, "Go!"
Kind of understand. I do. Does.
Like, they've made their choice, yes.
Mhm.
How are y'all
One,
getting
this
on
is
that
giving
side?
them a chance.
Sorry.
How are y'all getting over there? That's my asking.
So, this is the rope. Over here, we get
No,
up,
no,
we
but
go down.
once you're up there, how do you get over to those huts?
When we're here, we fucking start running.
But
We're
do we have
gonna
a
run
map of the...
at these guys.
Is it possible that with, again, only thing is like, I might need help with this idea, but could I not simply, as I'm in, could I use,
You want to pass him a
Spit
note?
it
could
out.
I use the rope and then just like leash this guy and then yoink him towards us and we just fucking
I'm sorry.
like figure out, we just like
Okay.
drag a civilian in and just ask some questions?
How is your handle animal skill?
Good enough.
Like, how important are these civilians? That's the question, right? That's what is
Damn.
preventing
You
us
can-
from making this decision.
Like
Are they
before you
with
guys
these
even like
people?
go in, you can try and like shadowly talk to people at night.
Exactly. Yes, exactly.
Outside. That's not something you can't do.
Okay.
Like some of these people. Okay, but the thing is, if we're entering over here, the least guarded place, it's also the least populated place, except for, I guess, these folks here.
I mean, like
I guess-
before you guys even go inside, right? Like
Okay.
just during the night, before the morning, before you even start your attack, you guys
Exactly.
can
Just
still
talk
do
to
other
one of
stuff.
these.
Maybe not
That is true.
Darius
just
because
wanna
he's
know.
busy, but
Yeah.
he's
Yes,
busy
okay.
attuning to his little ring.
Is your
The
yeah.
thing
Takes
is,
8 hours.
doing that, the problem
See.
I have with that, voice from the sky, is that if we tell these people overnight that something's going to happen in the morning and they're not on our side, they're going to be fucking ready for us in the morning.
No, I don't
We
mean
might
warn
need
them.
to
I'm
engage in
saying just randomly
conversation.
talk to them.
Exactly.
what
Just
they're-
like
what's going on.
probe and see if they're with them. Like oh, you guys, I don't know. Like I've noticed we can, I don't know, deception. Like just probe and talk to them.
So, what are you doing out here?
Yeah.
I can read minds.
Oh, you can read minds?
Oh
Okay.
my god!
Well,
yes,
that would
do
have been
that!
great to know.
I've never needed to share that I can read minds. Never come up in conversation.
Well,
Please, he can attune. You read some brains, and then we'll go from there.
now
yes.
we know. Yes. Okay. Well, I roll on Trish reading brains. Please.
Trees read brains.
Please.
What
You might
what
need to get a
ability do you
certain-
have to read brains?
Yeah, type it
Oh,
in
like
there.
detect thoughts,
I
I
have the
guess.
feat known as telepathy.
But that
Oh, that's
lets you
conversation,
talk
that's
to
not-
someone, no?
Yeah,
No,
that's
but
not
also lets
detect
you cast
thoughts.
detect thoughts.
Oh, do you have detect
Okay.
thoughts?
So telepathy, blah 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 blah. You can speak telepathically. You can cast the detect thoughts spell, requiring no spell slot or components, and you must finish a long rest before you can cast it this way again.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
That's so good. Okay. So if we get you down here reading the minds of the people outside the building first, so we get an idea, because that's not going to involve us sneaking in. Like that's something you should do right now.
I guess I should start walking. It's a kilometer away.
Yeah.
Get walking.
All right, so Trish walks down.
Would you like accompaniment, or are you worried?
I think I've got this.
What's
Okay,
the
good
range on
luck.
detect thoughts?
Detect thoughts. I'll put
Okay.
it in the chat for us. Once I scroll past up all my features, to the tabs section, I can find
Let's
thoughts, and let me share it with. Let me share it. There it is. If I describe it in several paragraphs.
He's so big. To the sky as you walk.
It's up to 30 feet, I believe. Yeah.
That's gonna be a lot of walking.
But I generally get their surface thoughts, and then I can probe deeper if I want to try.
Hmm.
But it'll be pretty quick, and I only get to do it for a minute.
Enough to give you an idea.
Yeah.
You just learn about a man's breakfast, and then when you probe deeper, it's why he's actually scared of toasted oats.
In the description
Like,
of the
Okay.
I love my breakfast. Probe deeper. I hate my wife.
Well, I really like that in the description for the thing. It says questions verbally directed at the target creature naturally shape the course of its thoughts. So this spell is particularly effective as part of an interrogation.
Yeah, like one of those things about like don't think of a pink bear, and then you get a flash in your brain of a pink bear.
Wow, thinking of a pink bear sounds like treason to me.
I just mean conceptually. God damn it.
All right, so if you do probe deeper, it will know.
That they try to probe deeper.
If it succeeds, yes, the spell ends. And if it doesn't succeed, either way, the target knows that you are probing its mind. And unless you shift your attention to another creature's thoughts, the creature can use its action on its turn to make an intelligence check contested by your intelligence check. If it succeeds, the spell ends.
But that's not true for like surface thoughts, right?
Not surface thoughts.
So if I go get close to people and ask, what are your thoughts on the king? Will that be their surface thoughts, or would I have to probe deeper? Because I'm not sure exactly how
I
that
would
works.
say that that's a deeper question.
All right.
Yeah, imagine talking politics with your family.
Yeah, then the surface thoughts like, I hate politics. But then deeper is like, all right, here's my actual opinions.
Exactly. It's like, what do I say publicly and what do I say privately?
All right, so after maybe like 30 minutes or so, maybe 40 minutes, you get down to this hut down here. You
It's
see,
the middle of the night. They're gonna be sleeping.
it's like 10:30 p.m. at this point. You see one worker. He's just kind of leaning against the hut, smoking a pipe. And you cast detect thoughts.
Yes.
All right. This guy is standing there. His surface level thoughts right now are, man, it's been a long day at work. Man, this pipe really feels good. Needed that today. You know, it's nice being out here.
You might need to take a risk.
Yeah.
Fucker. God damn it.
It's all about risk. I'm going to approach him, but seeing as it's the dark and he's human, can I look injured? Maybe like hobble a little as I get forward. Please, I need help.
You hear in his mind, "Dear Lord, is there someone out here?" And then he says out loud, "How there? What's going on?"
Narset attack in the forest. I need help.
A Norsid? I haven't seen those things around these parts for years.
All right.
His thoughts do not disagree with that.
Okay. As he maybe is distracted, can I then try to probe his thoughts on the, or do I have to ask the question out loud and then
I don't
probe
think
deeper?
so. I think it's just you shift your attention to another creature's thoughts or attempt to probe deeper. Yeah, you just probe deeper. You don't need to actually talk.
All right. Then I would like to probe deeper.
All right. It's gonna make a whiz save. All right. You are probing its mind for what specifically?
Specifically, if it's on the side of the, what's this group called again?
Sons of Honor.
Sons of Honor.
You do indeed find that information in your brain and in his brain, and he fully supports what's going on.
Okay.
But he is now aware of you in his mind. What is going on?
I the Narcids, they're doing something to my mind. And then can I cast, I want to end the concentration for Detect Thoughts to cast a minor illusion of one of the Narcids screaming and run back into run back in the direction I came from.
Sure. You run back into the forest with this Norsid scream in the distance. The man is like super freaked out and he goes running towards the castle.
All right.
Hey,
Oh, that one's splendid.
All right, what did you get, Trish? What have you heard?
You walk back up to them. Takes another about 30, 45 minutes to get back up to the rest of your party.
Mm-hmm.
Can you clarify what you meant by it fully supports what's going on here?
He
part of the
is part of the Sons of Honor.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
They are members. They're just not royalty.
What news?
All right. Well, bad news. They do seem to be members of the Sons of
Honor.
Honor.
Honor. I was thinking Sons of Liberty, and I think those Metal Gear. Heard
They
all
all
lines of the report.
That makes me think of Son of Anarchy, and that they all have motorcycles.
Now I'm thinking of StarCraft with Wings of Liberty.
Oh God. Look at a rabbit hole. Anyway,
They are allied with the Sons of Honor. And now that
Yeah.
I've probed into their minds, they will be letting guards know, but I don't think I necessarily... Oh, never mind. I hear alarms blaring across the castle. I hear shouts.
okay, so then we definitely at least wait till morning and camp out here for a while. I'm glad you came out okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
despite that, they may have tracked you. We are Warforged after all. Our steps may not be the lightest. We should be on alert as well.
If they tracked my footsteps, we should probably approach the castle from a different direction. Maybe now would be the time to strike. This is chaos.
So what you currently see is the soldiers are joining the Red Orcs on the wall. And you see them
more
like
of them.
you see them like peering into the darkness.
I want the more of them to happen when we're already in there, not when we're out here.
It is possible that they are more aware or more likely to be scared of the Norsids than of our.
You did something with a Norsid?
I did bring up Narcids in order to explain why I was even out there.
Okay,
We've
bring
heard
up
that.
or something else.
I brought up and then I recreated the screams of them being nearby, like I had done previously.
Okay, so there's hope that they're going after that rather than us.
Correct.
Hopefully. I do suggest that I do think that moving is a good idea though.
Is it possible for me to move as I'm attuning to my ring?
You need to be resting to attune.
So I cannot move.
So we can't move. Oh god.
Well,
Okay.
there you go.
Stuck.
Then I
Is it?
suppose I will take guard and protect you while you attune. Because we really do want that ability.
From my knowledge, or not my knowledge, but from what we have seen, it would be unwise of them to leave the safety of the castle to chase what they can only assume is a Norset out wild in the darkness.
They're going to
cannot
be
see.
looking for the source after that, though, I assume.
I do believe they would do that in the morning when I am finished attunement. I doubt they would leave during. See a fight break out between one of the 3 orcs and
One of the
Oh.
red orcs and 3 of the guards. Between. Oh, interesting.
and that's good. That's good. Trace, you're onto something.
Ah,
See him like
Red orc rips the 3 men apart with ease.
Oh,
Okay, so the sneaky part of our plan is good. Maybe the
Trace,
have
you
now-
genies.
I now have concerns about the rest.
I'm reading words in the sky. The stars, they're aligning into words.
No, we're watching
We're
this happen.
observing,
We're
yes.
still on the hill. We're still on the hill. It's fine.
I don't see this though, because I'm resting. So you guys will
Okay,
have to tell me about this.
I'm describing this to you then.
Oh,
As you attune, as you're trying to focus, I'm like, oh my god, they just tore that guy apart. And now that one. Oh shit, the last one.
this is my favorite episode. Rest of the night
Okay.
passes and the activity dies.
So the red orcs are not to be trifled with. We have lost 3 of the guards, so that's great. There might be less in our morning shift. Cool.
Might I, again, if I'm able to recommend something? From what Loma has told me, that these red orcs are high-tempered.
Destructive.
Yes, very destructive and high-tempered. Can I remind the team of the idea of possibly getting I don't know, type of illusion or some way to make guards piss off the orcs?
Yeah, I'm now more open to that idea. Maybe we start a disinformation campaign, as it were.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if only we could combine speak with animals and your telepathy. Because, like, if we could just project that into the beastie's mind, that would be great. But unfortunately, you're 2 different people.
Yeah.
Fortunately, most people are 2 different people. I agree.
That's true.
And remember, that creature is not a squirrel or a rabbit. It may not be affected by talk with animals, even if you had
Minor
to.
illusion.
Yes. I thought we already got slight conversation that, like, there might be communication, but it might not be what we expect.
Honestly, what I would probably guess is you may hear growls and unintelligible sounds, but that's what I would be.
That sounds like something you expect. Sorry. I had to.
Okay, I have an idea. I'd like us to continue with the original plan, the majority of it, as I sneak through the entrance, obviously invisible, climb up the stairs, throw down my rope. As you can see, and as we have noticed, there are 3 less guards, which we do notice the east side here are missing 2 guards. One is missing the ranger and the I guess the other ranger that's here. Would make it a bit easier to let up our the rest of you. I can throw down the rope. Would I, now that I noticed that the minor illusion requires Trish to be within uh, a closer range, as you can't use it from outside of the castle, we would need you closer. Um, could we attempt to stay on the top of the castle and have Trish? Would you, Trish, be able to cast a footman? Um, possibly what might be, I don't know how that wouldn't actually. A footman appearing angry that his comrades have been torn apart by the orcs and trying to start an uprising. I don't.
Would you describe a person as being bigger or smaller than a 5-foot cube?
I would say just like the regular, as you can
The-
see, a regular footman, like one of these towards the entrance of the castle.
I think
can
your
just-
compatriot is suggesting a voice, like the conversation part.
Exactly. Maybe from from the top of the castle, just angry. Maybe
Like,
throwing
oi!
slurs at the raid leader. At the raid leader,
Sure.
possibly.
Yeah.
That's
I need to
it.
stop myself, but sure. It's gonna
That
ask for
maybe we can get
suggestions.
that one guy out of here. Yeah, if we can get this one guy to move before we come up, or as we're coming up.
These orcs are easily agitated, it appears, and I'd like to take advantage of that. Maybe kill more footmen, or
Yeah, if you make the
start a
voice
fight.
come from the direction of him or someone else.
Or even like here,
Hmm.
if we're atop of the castle and we make the noise, and we're just like, hey, attempt to pretend to be this footman. If we're on top of this castle, we're pretending to be the footman to maybe throw slurs at the orcs in regards to killing their comrades. It's an idea. Maybe start something.
I do like that. I think we should also consider starting a fire. What is it? How time sensitive is our quest?
Yeah.
Ah!
And the
8:30. When does the guard changeover happen?
Fucking orcs. Something like that.
Because my
When does-
suggestion is maybe we spend another night, but we cause a little bit more chaos, start a fire, get the red orcs and humans more mad at each other, and then
Yeah,
we go in
so-
and they're
What
really
if the
pissed.
3 guards that went missing are replaced by them, though? Like, we have 3 people down.
Yeah, just what I was gonna say is instead of saying something like fucking orcs, why not have a voice that resembles one of the humans try to communicate to the other humans to start an uprising against the orcs about what happened the night before?
I heard this thing called unionizing. Hopefully they don't bust us.
Guys, we have a problem.
Yeah, so the changeover has already occurred.
Well, that's why I'm asking about the time sensitivity of the quest overall. How many days can we spend here?
We've
I
already
mean-
spent a month, so I doubt another day would cause an issue.
I mean, on the one hand, I do agree in some way or form, but also remember
There's
there
gotta
was an
be more
assassination
guards.
attempt on our king already. So the more time that we do take, things could potentially happen.
Hmm.
True.
Okay. What do you think, Captain? What's your recommendation? Given
Whatever we
all
do
of that.
decide, I think we should at least either initiate our plan today or tonight, but no longer than that.
I don't want to do it tonight when the guards are the orcs. That would make me nervous.
we'd like to get up on the walls while it's still just the
Exactly.
human.
Which means basically now.
Did we attune to that ring?
It would be daytime, so yes, I would be finished.
Okay.
Okay, we haven't decided once we get up on the wall what we're going to do. What are we doing here?
Okay, I like the idea of if Trish is the first one up the wall, and Trish makes some sort of distraction for this guard with possibly minor image and gets him to go away or come down the stairs. Even just like, hey, come down here, will you? And then we can gather and we can figure out where we want to go. And we can
Okay.
figure out if we can talk.
So let me just once again throw out my concern here. I understand that a good chunk of us may want to climb up the wall And the questions I have are, what vantage point does the wall give us? If we are spotted, what do we do, considering one of us, me, doesn't have a climbing speed?
It's just a way in, sir.
No, I think
Yes.
he's saying if you get spotted while getting him up.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I
that's
think-
why if you and I hide downstairs first, Trish gets up and we get that guard out of the way, there shouldn't be anyone else around to spot you. Plus, it seems we have a fog as well.
I do believe sneaking up a wall would maintain your sneak. You'd still probably be up here without being seen, given how many feet away you are from the guardsmen. They probably
We
Just
seem to
keep
have
in
a
mind.
correct me. Wrong.
Just keep in mind, our bodies are made of metal, and we
That
may
is
be
true.
scraping against the rock.
That's a good point.
sir. Weather-wise, it seems there's a fog rolling in, so we might be able to take advantage of that as well too, visually.
Yes,
So if
I
we
do agree.
have somebody shouting from the side to tell this guy to go down, then it will be slightly more convincing, seeing as he can't see his compatriots.
It is the
Sure.
only guard on that side of the wall. Ah.
I do believe our time to strike is now.
Yeah.
I
I have a feeling. There's an angry man in the sky.
Divine
we've
premonition.
got we've got some of the 7 on our side, and I touched my symbol in solidarity and comfort.
It is a sign. Shall we strike now, Captain?
We shall.
Okay, let us begin.
Alrighty
We-
then. Please describe how you start.
So I guess obviously I'll just, it doesn't necessarily matter where I'm going to be because I'm going to be invisible.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, I'll put you
so
on the map.
for me, I'll just, I guess I'll enter from the north side. Where where are the rest of the team?
We should be down here, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So, you have your token on the map. As you approach the 2 guards in front, you
Yes.
can see them. They look tired. They're yawning.
Okay.
You can tell they haven't had a great night.
Okay. Just in general terms, just because I've never done it.
Uh-huh.
When I do attempt to walk by, and as we've noticed, the idea was to go at 6 a.m., but since it is past,
Mhm.
invisibility doesn't mask my sounds, so they would
No.
hear me walking by. But since they are tired, I don't
They're
necessarily...
going to have a disadvantage on their perception check.
Okay. Would that give me an advantage if I attempt to maybe... I wouldn't be... I don't like 2 of them rolling on something. Yes.
They will only one of them will. In this case.
Okay. Well, I will attempt to walk by, and I will just continue on as we discussed, and I will walk closer to this right guard,
Stealth?
as quiet as I
Good.
can, as stealthily as I can.
Oops. Hold on. This. Where is perception? So that would
Is it opposed? Should he be making a stealth check?
be. Yes, I will have you make a stealth roll. You have advantage.
I do have advantage.
Ooh.
All
Beauty.
I'm a stealthy boy.
Yeah. So they're
Ooh.
they're just leaning on their spears. They're tired. They're just they've had a
Aw.
night.
He saw
He
3
does
of
look
Clearly.
exhausted.
Three of their friends have died. Fantastic. Well, I will continue to walk by. I do not feel pity for this woman. Everybody against
They
the king
make
is
their
against
choice.
me. Yes. Well, I will continue walking.
All right, and then the red orc that's kind of nearby is also going to make a check. They do not look sleepy.
You know, likey.
However, they're not the wisest. Please roll stealth.
Let's roll stealth again. I see.
Oh, there. That's as best as you can do. And then a disadvantage. 14. You have advantage.
Did I roll a second?
So, yeah. All right,
All
20.
better. Ooh,
You're good?
I got scared.
Very stealthy way. I will be as safe as possible, and I will ride the walls.
All right. Now.
Oh, you can get a good look at the beastie too.
So you get a good look at the beastie. Oh, that's the cage.
That is.
Ooh, wow.
Oh, no.
I thought the
It's
creature
not.
was inside. It's a mimic.
You see a creature with 2 brutal heads and these massive spikes protruding from its back. As you are kind of walking past, though, you can see it's looking directly at you. Its eyes, both heads, are watching you.
Okay, so
Alright.
it can see invisibility. Good to
It's
know.
very wise. Wiser than the red orcs.
Yeah. To roll the shit nuts and bolts.
We're perceptive.
I will. I observe that it does see me, and knowing that it is in a cage, I guess it making any sort of ruckus wouldn't necessarily be out of the ordinary. So I continue on. Assuming the civilian is not a soldier, so he's dumb.
He's just
Wow.
he's doing his work right now.
Wow.
Work.
He's
He's
an
no
everyman.
prince.
That doesn't make him dumb.
He can't be asked to check for stealth. And I assume the position to follow through with our...
Assume the position.
I assume the position stealthily.
All right. Can I get the other 3 to roll stealth, please?
Yee.
You. Fair, heavy armor.
One moment, please.
Mm-hmm. Very stealthy.
So Loma got an 11 on that?
Yep.
Okay.
You still need to roll.
No, I know. I'm just I'm debating.
All right. Well,
Maybe we
let's
just have to see how
see
this plays
how
out.
well he does. There's only one guy on this side. Where is he? This guy. That's perception.
Get this one up here.
1. Yeah. And he's going to roll. All right. He doesn't notice you.
Oh my god.
The perfect
my-
crime.
Oh,
I'm like, sir, keep it down. You're like, I just lost an arm, and he's like, like
There's
nothing.
you see the guardsman over there. He's just lazily leaning against the wall, against the crenellations, looking out over over the village. He hasn't noticed anything.
Okay.
Lower the
I
rope.
think okay, this is quite the distance. So I will not actually talk. I do believe I'd like to maintain my invisibility. I guess I'd just take out the rope and throw it down. Is it possible I'd be able to just whisper and let him know to come up the rope, or is that like
Yep.
I wouldn't? Okay, yeah, okay, so
Doesn't break your invisibility.
and I throw the
Trace, you
rope down.
first.
All right. I gotta roll.
Let me give you a boost.
Well, how would that work? Since I'm also, I'm using my strength to help him up.
Okay. Oh, you're holding it to bring him up. Okay.
I'm holding the rope. Yeah.
Um.
Can I legit give him a boost?
Yeah. Sure.
How advantaged can we make this?
Yeah.
We are middle people.
At best, what's your strength, Darius?
My strength is an extra 4.
You have a.
Oh, it's.
You have a 18.
I have 18. I see the number 12 there.
That means you have a +1 in strength.
Yep, +1. Yeah.
Um.
I see.
Trish, you're a heavy boy.
Oh, I was kind of hoping I was be the lightest of the bunch.
Help
You
me.
are, but you're still a
You
heavy boy.
Mhm,
You're kind of innately heavy.
Mhm.
Darius tied to something.
mhm.
Get rid of that anchor.
That is
Oh.
really.
Can I legit toss him up my immovable rod and he can tie it to that?
Does the immovable rod require attunement?
Good question. Let me double check. Rod uncommon. I see nothing about requiring attunement.
Immovable rod.
Eh.
Nope. It
Just
doesn't.
for the sake of it, it does not. Nice. Okay.
So yes, you can.
Okay.
I'm gonna get you to Darius make a Dex check. Dexterity
Four.
saving throw, actually.
To
If you drop
what?
it, it'll make a loud noise. Your DC for this will be 15.
Okay.
I'm sorry. This was supposed to make things easier.
Is this like we're doing it? Like I'm just.
She said she threw it up, so.
All right, let's get it. Okay. Dexterity saving. Okay. Good to my best. Can I see? Okay.
All right.
Hey!
You snatch that out of the air.
I'm going to tell him the instructions. Click in the button. It'll stay. Tie the rope to it.
Okay. I simply do that on the tile, or I guess right beside me on this side of the roof.
Okay.
And I tie the rope down, leave it in the air, press the button, and I throw down the rope, and I still assist him in carrying himself up.
Sounds
But now
good.
that we have an anchor.
Yeah. I'm going to give him a boost.
Okay. Trish, you make it up the wall.
Great.
Hey.
Come. Next.
Okay,
Loma.
so that's going to be me. And I'm going to have to do a climb check on my own because Sir only has one arm.
And with both of you, because you're wearing heavy armor, there will be a stealth check involved.
Hey.
Okie dokie. What would you like me to use for climbing?
You don't need to make a climbing check. We can
Just
assume
the
that you
stealth?
can make it up. Just the stealth.
Okay.
For
Just to
both of
see
you.
how noisy I am.
Okay.
I'm very noisy.
So this is unlikely that he's not going to notice the guardsman up here. However, you will be able to take a reaction shot, Darius. But it will break your invisibility.
Can Trish do a reaction to make a sound coming from somewhere else?
I think that was a spell and he has limited number of spell slots.
No, minor illusion is a cantrip.
Correct,
Oh.
but that is not going
not
to be a
exactly.
reactionary thing.
Okay.
Because he's already looking in this direction for a sound. He's not going to be like, oh, different sound.
2 sounds. Oh boy, it's my busy day.
All right, let's see, though, if
If he
the
gives a shit.
guardsman, if he gives a shit.
Apparently he does. Shit.
He indeed
Apparently.
turns around. Darius, this is up to you. Do you want to shoot him?
Yes.
All right. Take a shot.
I'd like to attempt to shoot this man in the eyeballs.
You will have to hit him. If you miss,
Is he aware? Like, would I have any sort of advantage
he's-
with the fact that
he
he's
just-
not prepped?
He
Or-
heard.
You know what?
There's fog.
He heard
no.
a noise.
He
right?
heard
But
a noise.
wouldn't-
He turned around and sees you now.
I see. But
And he's
okay.
about to
I
shout,
see.
basically.
Wait, what
I
about
see.
the fog though? And he's invisible.
Well, he probably sees.
Oh, he
Trish,
sees
at
Trish.
least.
Oh, Trish. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I got confused
And
as to
you
who you
on the
were
way up.
addressing.
Yeah.
Yes. I was the one making the noise. I got it. I misunderstood.
Okay. Hey, since it is a reaction, would I be able to? Oh man, I don't know.
You're just going to do a straight shot.
Just a straight shot. Nothing else.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I attempt to shoot this individual.
However, Robin,
However.
you have a birthday 20.
I know that was the plan. I didn't know if I could use that. I have to call it, or can I use it after he does?
You
his
do have
thing?
to
I'm
call
okay at that. Then I will give the nat 20 there.
All right. You feel the power of a nat 20 flow through you. And your shot flies out straight. And as he opens his mouth to shout, the arrow thunks into his mouth, straight through the back of his
Whoa.
neck.
Yay.
And he dies.
Quiet, man.
It was our captain's birthday a couple days ago. Or
Uh,
yeah.
All right. You are no
Awesome.
longer invisible. However,
Ah.
crisis is averted.
Okay. Now we have to get Captain up here. Oh, he needs.
He does not need to make a stealth check because there's nobody around that can
Ooh.
hear him.
Oh, I'm just
All right.
concerned about the tying around the waist thing because he needs another hand.
you could do that with one. You're resourceful, Captain.
If he just holds
Um,
on to the end of the rope, can the three of us just pull him up?
What's the weight of a warforged? Let's see
And
if
then
he
his
can
other
help
arm
himself.
gets.
But there's
off,
three
too.
of us.
Oh, but he has to hold
Armless
himself. That's the thing.
Yeah,
I already told him that his
Yeah.
carry capacity is halved.
yeah,
Warforged 5e.
I
Let's
wish I had
see.
stayed down, tying
yeah.
him up.
You have a weight of 270 plus 4 times your size modifier. What does that mean? Size modifier.
So probably like medium, large. So there's probably gonna be like a multiplier.
I see. Okay, roll 2d6. Let's see how big you are.
Okay.
All right. So you're 270 pounds times 8.
Good thing this immovable rod can hold up to 8,000 pounds, but your hand less so. Well, maybe during the chaos we can let him in.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of talking about a little earlier.
Makes sense. The
Still
gates
unlit.
are open.
I could try causing chaos.
You guys can pull him up together, all three of you, if
Yes.
you make a strength check.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
The problem
do.
is, like you've mentioned, tying a rope. So, with one arm, how well could you tie a rope?
Okay. Question. I'm sorry. Can I ask something to interrupt?
You always can.
Could I, with a I guess my athletics being 7, could I not simply jump down and then maybe have an advantage coming up and tie the rope for him?
Yeah, sure. You could jump down and
Okay.
climb back up.
All right. Can I jump down and
Yep.
assist in tying the rope around him?
Sure can.
Okay, and then I will personally just climb the rope myself.
Yep. So all three of you will need to make a strength check to pull him up. The DC average again is going to be, let's see, let's say 13. Pretty low.
Oh, okay.
Strength or athletics?
Strength.
Ugh. That's a
Darius
strength.
is, yeah, roll a strength check directly. But
I'm sorry. Strength check. Where's
yeah,
the
click on strength.
Yeah.
On the
Click
left
on the
hand
word
Oh, okay,
strength on your
apologies.
jersey.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. What is the average there?
10, that's 40 divided by
15,
3. That's
15.
13.3.
All right, you guys just make it.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Elith, you are at the top of the wall. They barely scraped you over that lip.
I'm gonna take my rod and rope back. I'm gonna unclick the button and stow that away because
Sounds good.
Use.
I like it.
All right. You guys are on the wall.
Woo!
Woo!
As we just yell, woo!
It's like, Jesus.
Dancing, celebrating, jumping, freeze frame.
Yeah, now we
Probably
actually have to
wondered
do
how I
things.
got here.
Okay, so now that we're up here, now that the guard close to us is taken care of.
That's it.
Okay, and then we need to get back up here too.
So, as we're crouching, I look towards my comrades. All right, what is the next step? Darren, what's
Yeah.
the with the ring of invisibility? Can
Mhm.
I not just use it again?
I believe it's once per day, but let me check. Ring of Invisibility is you can turn invisible as an action. It doesn't actually say. Hold on, let me double check this. Oh, there's no limitations of use. Cool.
Nice.
Thank you, Clam Juice.
Okay, well, I will respond to you without typing because I don't want to type it all out.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah,
I
I
was
look
just
towards
checking 'cause I thought
Loma and I
something else was
respond
happening.
quietly. The beast is quite unhappy to be here, but I would
What do you
I wouldn't have
recommend?
any other information other than it peered straight into my soul as I was invisible, and it is a terrifying creature.
It
I
could
am
see you while you were invisible?
Yes, it stared me straight in the eye.
So while you
That
guys
might
are,
be an issue.
if you guys are talking about it and you look towards it, you will notice it is still staring at all of you.
Okay. Can I see what's it look like as it's staring at us? Like is its head
Predatorially.
Predatorially. Okay, that explains it.
Can we redo the nature check we did earlier now that we're
Yep.
A bit closer. Okay.
You guys can see it easily.
Yep.
But you still have to actually remember what this is.
Did you say nature or history, or is it just flat
Yes, nature or history.
Okay.
All right, Elif, you know exactly what this is. You remember now. This is a blood traced.
Ooh.
A fiend class creature from the Badlands.
It's a fiend.
It's not a. It's a fiend class. It's not a fiend.
Oh, come on.
It's a beast.
measurement of how dangerous?
Yes, there are the breached wall military have different classifications for different sized creatures. These creatures have bone scythes that grow out of their shoulders, and then they can be used to impale their prey. Its two heads work perfectly in tandem. Extreme caution advised.
Viewer discretion is advised. Captain, why are you staring at it?
There's Rebecca.
I think I remember what this is now. It's a blood traced, and they are highly dangerous and predatorial. It will try to impale us with the bone scythes on its arms.
Maybe we should go with the fire chaos plan then.
Perhaps. And although it may be hostile towards us, I think it's more so a creature that will just pick anything that it chooses to be its prey. And right now it's staring right at us.
So it should stay in there, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I don't know. Be a large class.
Did you still want to attempt to speak with it, Darius?
As I've considered, I'm considering it. My thought process is, I look towards you and I say, I'm conflicted. the only possible reasoning for me to even attempt to approach this creature with weapons I can only assume would breach or go past the cage is discussing or just conversing and basic requests to, if I open cage, let loose. Simply acknowledge its size. I don't know. But does it have the mental capacity to just not care what I say, not understand, and just kill me? How
That is a
like
concern.
could we? Yeah, because it is looking at us.
We
Yeah,
might
I will.
also
I
want
will
to
attempt something. I'd like to get close, and I'd still like to talk.
Okay, you do have to get past the civilian there, so be careful.
Do I have your permission, Captain, to attempt just converse with the creature to see if I can divert its attention to maybe the orcs?
Mission granted. Just keep in mind that there are guards nearby.
Well, I will, as I'm invisible now, I will climb back over. I approach this creature that can definitely see me inside of the cage. I would like to cast, I believe it is Speak with Animals.
All right. So you become visible again during this time, by the way.
Okay.
So you are no longer invisible. Can I get you to roll stealth? Just to
the
see how
guard
well
right
you're
there
hiding.
too.
He's not looking this way. He is
Present.
He's looking in the other. Yeah, he's present.
I will roll now. Stealth.
All right, that's good enough.
Okay.
All right. You walk up to this creature, and it is staring at you.
Okay.
And the creature will... What do you say to the creature?
I say, creature, can you understand me?
Yes, we can understand you.
Ooh.
Shivers.
What is it that you want, creature of metal?
I notice you're in quite a predicament here. We are not men who are affiliated with the individuals who have placed you in this cage. But I'd like to bargain with you.
Perhaps I have come here willingly. Have we come here willingly? Perhaps we have.
No. Trickster.
Perhaps we have not.
A creature willingly in a cage. It's a little strange to me.
Perhaps it is hard for us to choose the different aspects of who we attack.
Why do you look at me?
Because you are interesting. A creature comes in, tries to be unseen. Yet seen you are, perhaps not by those, but by us. Do not think that I won't impale you if I can. For you might be very interesting to eat.
You have strong eyes, creature.
Indeed. Now perhaps I should alert the ones around and see what they do with you. However, you could wants for you?
Hey, I'm wary to bargain. Sure, your motives are.
He's mad.
Tell me, what is it that you want?
We simply want to. I.
You do not know what you want.
I don't
Why-
want to be eaten.
Let me out. Let me eat. We have not fed in so long.
I bargain with you, creature. If we do not let you out and we kill the remaining individuals, or all the orcs and the guards that are here, you have no one to let you out. And then you'll be trapped here in this cage you so claim to
You deciding to not let me out.
Or I can let you out and
Do
you
it.
feed on the orcs.
Let us out.
Do you agree to turn your gaze and your hunger away from my comrades and towards the orcs and the guards that put you here, that you claim willingly?
I agree to refrain until they are gone.
Will end my conversation with the beast. I nod towards the beast as I turn around, and would I have to roll another stealth check, or can I?
Are you becoming invisible again?
Yes.
Okay, then you just go invisible again.
Okay. Okay, that's so easy. And I head back. Okay. And I leave my invisibility to discuss with them. And I turn towards my comrades. So I have spoken this very interesting beast, and he, or similar to our original plan, he would the creature agrees to, if we do let them free, to turn their gaze and their hunger towards the guards and the orcs, but they have mentioned that they will refrain from feeding on us, as I can only assume is what would happen, if until all the orcs and the guardsmen are dead. So it's the beast in this cage, this blood trace, this still a threat, but threat that can assist us if we deciding so.
So it will eat them first.
Correct, and then us after.
Cool. Well, Trish, you're probably going to be the one making the decision to blast it out or not. What do you think?
Could we offer it that person you shot as a offering,
Mhm.
maybe?
I have a funny feeling that it will take the person regardless and take whatever it wants after that fact.
This is from what I can discern from this conversation, it has some intelligence to make a claim that it did claim that it came into this cage willingly, but I find that to be
Willingly. I wonder what they promised it.
Dorset bones.
Or perhaps it likes to be at the top of the food chain. Keep in mind, it came from the Badlands most likely, and there may be more dangerous threats out there than in here.
It's true.
Well, you definitely know that there are more dangerous threats out there.
All right, Captain Tree Shlomo, what do you think?
So what was the exact deal you offered it? If it
I
eats
offered
everyone
it.
else?
I questioned its reasoning to willingly, or its claim, what I can only assume, claim to come willingly, and I threatened, in a sense, I bargained with it that if it wanted to assist us to kill the orcs and guardsmen and to avert the gaze, we will let them. And if they disagree, then we would simply take care of the business ourselves, and I'll let them starve in their cage. It only agreed to avert until everything else is dead. That is where we're at right now with this decision.
Could we not just simply open it up and let it take care of all of the Sons of Honor and then leave?
That would be leaving a lot of trust in the beast that it would be able to get a hold of everyone. I do like the idea of letting it get a hold of everyone in the courtyard while we go inside and figure things out. Because we have not seen the inside of the, like, where the actual sons are at the moment. So...
I don't trust the
as long as there is fodder before us, and we can get out afterwards. Although there are villages nearby. Ugh.
But we did already make the conclusion that they are with the Sons of Honor. And also, in addition, who's to say that the commotion would not bring out our targets to begin with? I think this deal is a good one. And should the beast turn on us, at least there will be lower numbers so that we may defend ourselves, or at least flee.
I don't trust it. Is there a way I can see if it actually is locked up in its cage, or could it break out with under its own power?
Yeah, that is a good observation. That is a good idea.
Because if it's so strong, it could take down all these red orcs that were able to tear 3 men in one go.
That's the thing. What confuses me is it claims to be starving. Why would it allow itself to starve in a cage? It can get out of it.
Especially when there's a guard right there within
it could
arm's
just
reach.
like open the door, eat it, close the door again, just stay
Little
inside.
Just casually picking at its teeth.
Exactly. It's a creature that has some intelligence, but I do think that it willingly being in is a farce. But I will say that it did sound, I don't know, to me, it did sound to be trustworthy in the sense that it will accept the bargain, but for a temporary, once everything else is dead, then it will.
Shall we put it to a vote?
Yes. Or unless we have other ideas. I see we have no other ideas.
So vote then.
There's the fire idea.
Ah, fire.
I mean, I thought it was going to be a combination of those two things as
It is
well.
true, but now that thing has threatened us, and we have found out it's intelligent.
Now you're concerned.
Now I'm concerned. Now that it's smarter than what we expected it to be.
Well, I mean, we already know that it can be reasoned with.
Yeah, it can be spoken.
Perhaps.
To, I
All in favor of letting it out, raise your hand.
I raise my hand.
I raise my detached hand.
So is that a no, Captain?
So that's 3. All opposed.
That'd be me.
Okay, well.
Apologies.
It's all right. I understand. It feels like a genie's wish. We need to make sure we're not falling for any loopholes.
Let's take any advantage we can get, and maybe we can fight a weakened blood trace.
Yes, if it fights against the orcs first and gets Yeah, maybe weakened against them a little bit first.
Shall
Okay.
we assume positions above
Oh,
the
no.
castle?
Assume the position.
Okay.
Trish reporting for duty.
So does that mean... Okay. Are we dividing or are we traveling together here? Because I feel like...
This is the cage. Trish, do you believe your spellcasting ability is strong enough to break the cage? My only idea is in a wall of sorts with our with you, Loma, at the end left at the top of the stairs, and with myself in the rear, and we attempt to make a bit of a defense in case anything decides to turn the.
We could, but I feel like there's also the chance some of us could actually go back this way and proceed our way into the back room while the chaos is happening. But that is involving dividing the party, and that is a concern.
I can stay in the back, and with my increased speed, I can maintain watch to see what happens afterward. But the remaining of could go, I guess, in the castle, and if anything does threaten, I can simply come and rejoin you. Had an idea.
That is an idea. If it at any point starts coming towards you, you run.
Oh, I will be out. That thing sees me, and it sees me invisible. No matter what, I am running.
Okay. Can you blast from here, Trish?
You sure can.
Aye.
You have what, 120 feet range?
I believe so.
Beauty.
I need to go a
Little
little
bit
bit
close.
just come up to where I am, and I'll hold out an arm.
It is spicy.
And now I'm within spellcasting distance.
Okay. So you blast at the lock. Concentrate on the lock. Hopefully that will be enough. And as the chaos sort of starts, maybe most of us head down this way to head into here while these people are distracted.
All right, so Trish, you focus and blast out your dark energy. As it slams into the lock, it blasts it open. The creature springs forth and immediately impales this guy on one of the spikes and starts straining him.
All right, now we go.
Before you can even move, this creature just runs down here before anyone has even noticed what's going on, and impales both of these guys at the same time.
All right, 3 attacks in 6 seconds.
All right, you guys get to move.
Okay.
We have its permission to move.
Is it heading into the castle? Because if it's heading in, we should head out.
No.
I did agree
Well,
to attack yours.
Okay.
It didn't. It doesn't look like it is. It has 3 people impaled on its spikes that it's sucking dry, and it is turned towards the red orcs.
Okay.
And can you make a perception check?
Do.
Okay, Loma, you see energy coalescing around the bases of its spikes as it travels from the people. You see this creature's muscles start to grow and bulge. This creature looked normal to you before, but how it's starting to look now makes it look like it was emaciated before and starving. It is charging up.
Think we have made a mistake.
Uh-oh.
If we're the last things it's going to attack, it will not be weaker, it will be stronger. We need to get inside.
Okay.
All right, you can move.
All right. Well, I go invisible again.
Yeah, I mean you're invisible
I'll
anyway.
just-
You didn't break it.
Visible
I'm
forever.
gonna dash and book it so that we can get into the castle.
I
Right.
maintain line of sight on the creature.
All right. You guys get to a window in the castle. Darius, you see this thing turn towards these as they are starting to run over. And you see it charge up, fire 2 lightning bolts from its spikes, and immediately obliterate 2 of them.
We don't have a lot of time.
All right. Are you guys entering the castle?
I think so.
It's my
Okay.
intention, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Darius, are you sure?
Yes, I don't want to yell because I don't know. I don't know.
You're still
I can't respond.
you. Wait, no, it's.
I
true,
come
Dennis.
uninvisible, say yes, and then I go invisible.
It's a thumbs up.
Yeah, I nod my head.
Okay. Ugh, I'm concerned. Okay,
All
yes,
right,
we're going
you guys are now right here as you come in through a window.
in. Okay. Is there any alarms going off in here just yet?
Nope. You
Okay.
can hear the commotion outside, but it seems maybe that's just pretty normal, so nobody has reacted yet.
Okay. So we got to start working our way through these rooms. Okay.
Are any of these chests open or are they all closed?
They are closed. But from what you can see in this seems to be sort of a sleeping room for maybe servants.
I'm going to listen at this door to see if I hear anything beyond
You
it.
hear like dishes being washed and food being cooked.
Okay. I'm going to sort of wave to my other compatriots and I'm going to say, there's people, but it's not them. To respond.
Well, I still think we should be quick, but try not to draw too much attention. Maybe we can also find some supplies in this room. There are a lot of chests, and I do know when we fought those Norsids, we did burn a lot of things.
I am getting the impression that this is servants' quarters, and I do not feel like robbing them.
Okay, understood. As a cleric, I can understand your morals as a paladin.
Thank you, sir. Shall we?
So if they stop being servants' quarters, then you'd be okay.
I don't think this is the time to really debate that, but I do think we should keep moving, and hopefully Darius keeps up with us.
We start a small fire, and then all the servants run away. Then it's no longer servants' quarters.
All right, what are you guys doing?
God.
I'm gonna open the door, and I'm going
All right,
to.
you don't see anyone directly ahead of you.
Okay. I'm going to proceed slowly.
All right. And there's some. You look to your left, and you see some servants cleaning. They are not haven't seen you yet.
Okay, I'm gonna test my luck and keep going.
Sounds good.
I'm
Can I
at
do
this
a
door
quick-
now. I'm gonna listen at this door.
You don't hear anything specifically.
Okay. Sorry, Mihawk, you were about to say something.
I was gonna say, can I do a perception check to hear how it's going outside?
You hear screams.
Yeah. Do
The
the
servers
servants
are
not
just
hear the
doing
screams?
dishes.
Sorry?
Do the servants not hear the screams?
They're ignoring them.
Ooh. Cold.
You-
Oh,
So,
man.
Elif, as you're kind of walking past, you can see them. They have their heads down, and you can tell that they hear the screams, but they're ignoring them.
they're blocking it out. Oh, these poor wounded creatures. Okay. I don't hear anything on this side of the door, so I'm gonna go ahead and push it open.
All right, you push open the door. You see a man sitting there, dressed quite well. He's seems to be writing on a parchment at the moment. He looks up at you as you enter.
Pardon me, sir.
Uh,
I'm just
who are
gonna try
you?
and walk past him like it's fucking normal. I'm just gonna, pardon me, and I'm just gonna like you to do.
He looks very confused, but he's not doing anything to attack you.
I'm
or
gonna wave
anything.
to the others.
I will also go through the door. I will nod to the head servant, and I'll keep going.
All right.
Trish.
Yeah. I just keep thinking about the screams and how much I want to start a fire, probably, to get these people out.
I mean, you can if you wish.
And I'm just.
All right, yeah.
So
I
he's
really
just,
will
like,
give in to my impulsive
staring
thoughts,
back.
and I'll start a fire.
No! We were getting through things just normally, dude. Come on. Okay.
All right.
Oblivious at the door. I'm gonna
You
push
start a
through here.
fire and run away.
Basically, I want to start a fire and tell the servants, get out while you can. There's a beast raging outside.
Oh yeah, that's the best place for them to go.
I don't know another way
Yeah,
out.
you set the inside on fire, and you're telling them to go outside. You're a dick.
You're buying yourself
Not
more
in
time
drink-
before you die.
in drink
So,
frigate.
these two will look up and start running. Move towards the door, and the head servant is also at the door. He looks concerned at you guys. He
I'm gonna
doesn't
look back
really
and go,
know what to do.
"Trish, why?
The fire if I need to.
Okay. Hold on a second. I'm going to hand the head servant my greater healing potion. I'm going to be like, just in case, you can have this. I'm literally going to hand it to him and take it off my list,
Okay.
and I'm going to move on.
All right. Sure.
I know.
This might
This
also
is
be
my
a son of
choice.
honor, but okay, sure.
Don't care. I have a soft spot for the underclass. I'm going to open these doors.
Sounds good. You walk in. There's more. There's a dude just polishing some armor.
You might want to get out while you still can, sir, and I'm going to just walk the room.
He polishes harder.
Go to this door, and I'm going to open this door.
No.
Okay. So you let's see. Detected. Okay. You enter this main hall where you see a table. You see a long table with 3 men of upper nobility sat talking, and they look up at you in surprise as you enter. You see a hooded man shrouded in dark robes at the back. So these are the 3 men that you see. And the hooded figure in the back. As they all look up at you, the man in the dark robes curses. As he curses, and you see an explosion appear where he was, and he vanishes. As he vanishes, the 3 men you see sitting at the table cry out and clutch their heads as they flop onto the table or in their chairs, unmoving. What do you do?
You must be the sons.
Llama, be on your guard.
As you walk in, upon inspection, their eyes are unmoving and blood dripples out of the edges of their eyes and noses, dead to the world.
Dead to the world, or actually dead?
Dead. They are dead.
Okay, it looks like our job is done for us, except for the one that disappeared. Curses!
I mean, there's more at play here than we probably suspect. Let's investigate the bodies.
Good call, sir. I'm going to check for a pulse on this one.
There is no pulse.
Okay, I'm going to go through his pockets.
All right. You find some gold. You find a few, knickknacks, an apple. You don't find anything specifically in his pockets.
I'm going to lay those items on the table and not take it, and I'm going to go on and check This one, same thing. Pulse first, then pockets.
Nothing.
Okay.
At this moment, I will acknowledge that because Trish started a fire, we should be quick.
Did you check the Earl?
I'm about to. I'm going to check Earl
Again,
Nesvia.
same thing. Dead. Nothing.
I'm going to also check this table in front of me with what seems to be parchment in case there's any documents of information.
You do find a note.
Okay, I will take that note.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you want to see it now?
Sure, if I have time to read it.
I don't feel like we have time. I feel like it's a grab and go kind
All
of
right,
deal.
you've grabbed
fire.
You've grabbed it. What else are you guys doing?
Any other documentation that looks like that, I'm gonna grab as well, and then we're gonna grab that and we're gonna get the fuck out.
All right. In this room, you don't find anything else.
Okay. Okay. Are we thinking window or are we thinking further in?
I'm gonna go further in just to make for sure we don't miss anything. So I'm gonna go through these doors quickly.
I'm with you, Captain.
And I'm gonna go into this room. I'm gonna tell the servant, "Get out! There's a fire."
Oh yeah.
And
he's also dead on the ground. Same thing.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna read the.
All right.
Potentially
You pick up
talking about
another note that you find interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
And I would suggest looking for a way out now. If there's a window that we can use, we will.
Two
use
windows right here. Can I smash it open with my elbow? Or is it open?
You can just open it and get out.
Okay, I got out.
I will
Trish!
follow. Trish. I'm gonna wait for Trish though. I'm not gonna jump out the window fully until he leaves.
I'm waiting right outside. I have my hand out.
Yeah.
All right, you
now I'm getting out.
guys jump out the window.
Yes.
I'm gonna go back to what was
Darius.
happening with Darius during this time. Darius.
I really hope we didn't have to follow us.
All right, so they just jumped in. You saw lightning beams come out.
Okay.
You see them continue running up. Various people are running at this creature, and it is just laying waste. There are more firebombs being thrown by the orcs. You notice that the fire doesn't affect them.
Okay.
The creature, however, does not like it.
Okay.
But it just keeps firing at the. Hold on. Oops. All right. At the people, and it is just slaughtering its way through. You see this raid leader actually is able to run in, land a couple of hits, deals a bit of damage, but eventually gets impaled as well. More lightning flashes out, killing more. And at this point, this creature is running up onto this roof, jumps up here. These guys are just trying to like rain arrows down upon it. But again, nothing's happening. It's just ripping through them all. At this point, you see smoke starting to swirl out of where they entered. What do you do?
They are inside. Okay.
They are inside. At this point, you haven't seen them for a few minutes, and smoke is starting to curl out of the window that they went in.
Okay. Holy shit.
Appropriate reaction.
Oh, yeah. I am swearing to my god. I am confused as to what is going on inside, as well as just the sheer chaos and the quickness of what has happened. I will take advantage of the few moments that I have while he is still distracted, and I am going to, if I have the time to, enter through the front door. Is there flames blocking me from entering?
All right, so you run down there.
Yep.
As these three come bashing through the window.
Okay. Oh, it's here. Okay.
And you can see through the window, there's fire.
Okay. All right. What in the gods are you guys doing in there?
Are we still in there, or I thought
No,
we were
we
You guys
fucking
are
out?
out now.
No, we just
Through the
jumped
window.
off. Yeah, through the window.
What are you
Okay, where did we
cracking in
pop
there?
out?
Right in front
Literally
of
in the middle of the courtyard.
Right here.
We're in the middle of the courtyard. Okay, we have to go.
me. Agreed. He is this blood trace is instantaneously murdering everybody out here, and we do not
Okay.
have a lot of time.
All
What do
the
we do?
better that we go, and I'm literally just gonna start running this way and be like, "Hold my hand, let's go."
Okay. All right. Well, all right. Well, I follow. We go.
Yeah.
Okay.
We go.
Trish.
My speed, fastest.
Up the stairs. Elf just wee.
Oh, I just assumed there'd be a gate there.
We're just gonna fuck right the hell off.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Hopping down.
As the smoke billows from the castle, you hear the sounds of people lessen as the creature rips its way through everyone. You guys, where do you guys go? Do you guys go back up to your vantage point?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, for now, yes.
Yeah.
For now.
So-
And then when we reach that, I would like to read the documents that
Yep.
we were able to grab.
Yes.
All
I'd
right.
like to during
And I
that
would
time
like to
period while we walk up there.
Trish.
I turn to my team and or my comrades, and I let them all know. As I was observing, I noticed the orcs. They were hurling fire at the blood trail. This was probably the only moment where I noticed that the priest was a little more hesitant. So I think that this creature has some fear when it comes to fire.
I am certainly hoping that this is the last time we encounter it, but I don't know for sure. It may, in fact, track us from this point, but at least we are safe for now. I'm going to turn to Trish. Your
Leave.
obsession with fire made me rush, and I am uncomfortable with the fact that I rushed. I would have liked to have approached that situation with much more diplomacy, but because you have a trigger finger when it comes to fire, I would like you to explain yourself. And I cross my arms.
Happened in there.
I started a fire because we were concerned that the servants weren't gonna stay around. At least that was my explanation.
We were concerned.
We.
No, incorrect. Not French. No, I disagree.
this is French.
I felt a pressure on me the moment that flame went up, and I felt like I had to immediately start going from room to room. And because of that, we lost one of them. We lost the robed fellow. Everyone else died. We have little to no information except for the documents. Thank you, sir. However, I am very disappointed.
Well, although I do agree with you for the most part, Loma, I feel that the moment we would have walked through those doors, silently or not, the outcome may have been the same.
I suppose you're right, but I still believe the destruction was wanton and unnecessary.
And as once again, I do disagree with how the fire was made. Didn't we discuss a fire in our plan to begin with?
I thought that would be outdoors. It's my own ignorance. I did not qualify that further. I will know better next time. What do you have to say for yourself, Trish?
Fire.
You're fired.
I'm going to go up to him and I'm going to put a hand on your shoulder and I'm going to be like, you are part of my team and I care much for you. And I want us all to be able to survive this. You scared me. I'm glad we all got out of there. Please be more careful.
Sure.
And I'll let go. Okay, shall we consult the documents? Let's see what we found.
Yes, and I will pull out the parchments that I did grab from both rooms.
All right. I will show it to you, and you can read it out loud.
Okay. So this document is a note on the blood traced. The creature has been captured and brought past the wall without incident by the hunter with their crew. Unlike the Norsids that escaped in the mountains, the blood traced remains contained, and we will be able to release this creature in the center of the city. This will show the people their king is weak and can no longer protect them. We expect hundreds to die before the creature finally taken down.
I have mixed feelings.
And I think you know that, or I think we know what we must do. We need to figure out a way on how to stop this creature before it gets to the main city and causes that havoc. Otherwise, this radical group will win.
Correct. I am, to an extent, glad that it was released out there and not as they planned.
Ideally, we have restricted its growth to just the amount of people within this castle, which,
It will
is
probably
still
venture out after
worrying.
that.
Yes.
Hey,
There are
shall
towns
we
nearby.
speaking of that,
contact?
you want to make a perception check as you guys look back down towards?
Fair
No,
enough,
I don't.
yes.
Okay.
I don't.
I do.
No, I do. I'm kidding.
And bone scythe through the chest.
And Darius is dead.
Alrighty. Loma.
That was a torch.
Oh, the torch.
That's fine.
Rolled for
Not a big deal.
perception.
Loma, you're the only one who's kind of like looking back at the castle concerned.
Mm-hmm.
And through the smoke that's billowing out of the main castle, you notice that everything down there is quiet. And you see this creature is kind of pacing around, looks to be smelling the ground where you know that you guys jumped out. And as you're looking down,
retracing our steps from the looks of it.
as you're looking down at it, its head snap up towards you.
Okay, it knows where we are.
Okay.
We need to figure out a way to kill it, or to hide until we can kill it.
We do need to find a place with potentially where we could cause fires or explosions. We do know that it is hesitant to fire.
Deeper into the forest there's lots of flammable things there. Let's go.
Let us think this through.
We don't have time.
But we shall treat the forest with respect, because we do not want more enemies for our kingdom.
It's gone.
And
I'm gonna go.
I give you guys now the choice. Either
Oh, God.
that is where we end this campaign, or you guys get one more session to take down the blood traced. Live or die.
Oh. Oh, God. End the campaign. Oh, no.
I think we should try and take it down.
I think we should try and take it down.
I'm down to take it down too.
I am as well.
All right, and just for a little flair, here's the other note that you found.
Ooh, this one's all teared up. Okay, so this one's a Duke's note. It was partially burned. I hear him in my thoughts. I know that influence. I don't know how much of my mind is. I can't read the rest of it. Is what we do, or is what we do necessary for the goes failing? I still think we are right.
I think.
The king is weak. He sells us out to Ord. He trades freely with the elves. It will be ruin to our society if we are allowed to continue, or if he is allowed to continue. The Shrouded Man scares me, but he with such power, such knowledge, I can refuse his aid. I wonder if he knows that I can feel his touch.
Interesting. Oh, God.
DF? Is that
So that was Duke. I forget which Duke was there.
Yeah, can we go back to that room so we can see? Oh, you can post that too.
Festrin.
Yes.
Festrin. Okay. Okay.
Then it
How much
is.
time do we have before it arrives at us? Like seconds?
You have a bit of time.
Okay.
However, yeah. So if it is the consensus that you all want to fight the Blood Traced, then we can meet up again next week for that final little session. Or
Yeah.
you can leave it up to your imaginations if you survived or not.
The 18th, I'd be good.
Sounds good.
I'd definitely be fine with that too.
I'd be good as well.
All right.
Yeah.
Good.
3 o'clock again?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. And then we will meet each other again on the 18th to see if the first set of the Kingsguard survives.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining. It was a great session.
Yeah.
Oh my
Fucked up.
God. Oh my gosh.
Even when we die, I'll just pretend we lived.
Well,
Imagination.
I would really love to be able to use Loma in the future. I'm having a lot of fun playing her. So I'm really hoping she doesn't die.
Let's succeed on our next fight. Fun.
Well, you
Look
guys
us in the
better not die.
So,
Mhm. Oh my gosh.
easy.
Cool beans.
He's like 30 people thick now, that thing.
He's like 30 people.
Yeah, he's pumped up. We're fucked.
You're rough.
Maybe if we leave it for a few more days, it'll starve again, or eat the townsfolk. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Yay!
Maybe he can't suck the oil from us, though, you know?
Yeah, like maybe
insides.
we're not tasty. There's no
Yeah.
meat to us.
You're assuming
Yeah.
you're assuming that it's sucking blood.
Oh, it's one of
Yeah.
those.
Well, still, we're metal.
It's taking energy.
Taking the souls.
But if we're untasty energy.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Your soul tastes like pennies.
Alright, at the left lane, you just throw your hand at him like he's a dog and it's a bone, and we run.
By the way, that's not at all what the voice sounded like. Oh my god, I'm scared.
I'm glad.
Me too.
You should be.
Are you? Are you happy with
Did
yourself?
you guys like the voice for it?
The sound that
Yeah.
was perfect.
Really
like it.
cool.
Yeah.
Really cool.
The duality was
Talking
really
to
nice.
itself.
Like it's got several heads, so of course it would think in surround.
It thinks it's surround sound.
Exactly.
I hear it everywhere.
Whoa, this is HD.
Can you feel the bass? This one's a boost.
Future ain't no Sony, I'll tell you that.
I don't want to leave yet. I feel like I'm recovering.
That was actually a really good session. Like it's
Yeah.
you guys spent a decent amount of time planning something actually useful. And
Hey.
no shade at the Yard Lords, but you know, as
Yeah.
an idea of one of their
We also
plans.
basically doomed everybody in the countryside, though, unless we take care of this shit. So there's that.
Pretty much.
Trish, you let him out, so that's on you. Not even my plan. I had no idea.
Not my problem.
I'm
Later.
I was the only one who voted against it.
Yeah,
that's
the only one who voted against it was Trish, but you also
And-
set that place on fire.
and
so...
yeah.
Turns out it was also its weakness.
Well, yeah, we did learn about that, but we also would have learned about that from Darius as well. So I don't want to give you any credit.
Actually, I've had a couple of different endings written for how, depending on how you guys approach this. So
Should have shot the fucker in the cage. God damn it.
Make it angry at
Oh,
us.
man.
Good.
Well, I am still very happy it was not released in the center of town. Like, that could have been real shit. So
Correct.
yeah.
I'm thinking next time, maybe use the stone to contact them and allow them time to prep. Even if it's in the middle of our fight.
Mommy, Daddy, please help.
Mommy!
Well, no, that's not a bad idea. Send reinforcements. We've got a big beastie out here.
Or allow
like,
them
if
to
we do it
bolster
out
their
here,
defenses.
yeah, bolster their defenses, possibly help us. I don't know if
So-
the 5 of us can fucking take it.
So just
There's only 4 of you.
also, yeah,
There's 5 with our D.
and just keep in mind, if there were reinforcements, and hypothetically, let's say they are less hardy than us, it would probably power up the said creature as well.
I was hoping for most. I was thinking of like the rest of the Kingsguard, like more Warforged.
Well, once again, just based off of
I'm
what
just
was
saying
being
they
s-
would be slightly hardier. I know what you mean.
We would probably have to tell them, like, bring in, like, your thickest people.
we
Bring
need
in
a
the
line of
people.
fireballs.
Thick guards. Yeah, we need wizards. That's what we need. Some delicious thin
Wizard
wizards.
Squadron, go.
Yeah, wizards.
We need something
Thick
thick.
wizards.
Sorcerers, twin your spell.
Pussies.
You
Oh
can
my
cast Fireball on me. I
God.
don't care. I'll sacrifice. The king.
In the Iron Lords campaign, one of their genius plans was to hand one of themselves over to the enemy as a prisoner. And it went exactly how you thought it would. They became a prisoner. And then they were like, well, fuck, now what do we
Guess
do?
what? Now we have a
Now we have one person
you give
less.
that person things. Did that person have things?
Yeah,
Because if
they got
not,
their things
shit.
taken away
Yeah.
from them.
Yeah, a
Oh,
really good magic
God.
item they never saw again.
Yeah.
No
They
way.
lost like 3 really good magic items because the second person did the same thing because they're like, well, I can teleport out.
Oh no.
So they did teleport
Oh.
themselves out, but they lost their stuff. So
Damn.
all because they were like, yeah, let's just hand myself over.
Mhm.
I hope the servants are okay.
And then because there was a wild magic sorcerer, they turned all the weapons turned into bread at some point.
What?
Turned into loaves of bread.
I'll beat
Oh
a
my
man with a
gosh.
loaf of bread. You leave
also
that thing for
remember-
a day? I think so.
I also remember the one time that like I jumped in just to watch on
No.
stream. I think like someone turned into like a screaming mushroom or something.
He turned into a potted plant at some point. He turned into a giant bug at one point.
Oh my God. That person must be having an identity crisis like daily.
Well, he also got a wish spell that he didn't word exactly perfectly because it was a monkey paw spell.
Oh
And-
no.
It never came to fruition, but it was always there. He wanted to be able to turn into an ancient dragon, but he didn't word it well enough. So I'm like, sure, you can turn into an ancient dragon once. You'll never turn back.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Oh no.
Was that Zuglag?
No, that was Bast.
Ah, okay.
So they always had that as their like backup plan of if everything fails, just like nuke as dragon. Will he kill us? Probably, but we're dead anyway. So
Mhm.
Oh man.
I guess I'm gonna go make some food.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for having us. This was
Thank you.
intense.
That was
Thanks for
fun.
touching.
It was
You
very
know,
nice.
Glad you guys enjoy it. And next campaigns will also be fun. So,
Yeah.
Yay.
Look forward to it.
all right, toodles.
Right.
Bye.
Everybody see you
Bye.
next week. Bye.
Bye.